everybody, and welcome back to 7 Days Today, Ravenhearst Vision 315. On top of a roof. I do apologise. I told you I'd be late today. It's been manic. I didn't even get a chance to send a tweet or anything out. It's just been I've literally, I think it's the fastest I've ever booted up a stream. So God knows what's going to go wrong today. Sound bites, animation failures, you name it. I'm sure it'll all be absolutely fine, Grum. Don't you worry about it, bro. We got here. We got here in the end, right? What were we actually doing? It looks like the ones that we killed. Oh, there goes. Oh, let me move the phone a bit. Phone's gonna be going crazy tonight. How are we all doing then? What's the story? Where are we? What is this place? Is this the Oh, what is it? It's like the school, I think, right? Didn't we? I think we'd started. Oh, we'll go downstairs under cover of darkness, I reckon. I think we were getting loads of plastic and mechanical parts, weren't we? One of those. It's like that's it. So I'm going to assume there's a nerd poll got at the end of yesterday's stream. I'm going to assume there's a mini bike hanging around somewhere as well. Good morning, Daxos. Good morning, Oster. Good morning, Dritzy. Good morning, Fortune. Good morning, Freddy. Good morning, McGlashan. How are we all doing? Is the world good at your end of the woods? I've had a nightmare day. I've been going since 4 o'clock this morning. Oh God. Put my feet up later, I reckon. Where's the nerd pole then? Going. Should we risk it for a biscuit? See what's down there? It's a terrible idea, Grum. You need a warm up, mate. Yeah, I can hear them. There's definitely you got lurky McLurkies, McGlashan. How you feeling today, man? Did you have your MRI, or is that later? I think we did a large proportion of downstairs yesterday, didn't we? I'm sure we did. I wonder what you get from lockers. Have we ever registered? Oh my God! What the hell? Jesus. I was looking away from the screen. It looked like I just saw the arm. It's like he tried to clothesline me, WWE style, as I came through the door there. That cheeky little knobber. Let's just try wrenching on this. What do we actually get? Is it just... It's not a bad source of iron, though, is it? If you're... Oh, hello, mate. How are you doing there, fella? Now, there is a second floor. Oh, wait on. We've not checked these, look. I was bouncing around in some more State of Decay streams yesterday. I don't know. I just don't know. I want to stay positive with it, but it's so hard. Did you see Lyric's tweet? Very regal, that music. It reminds me of a very old dance. How they'd all the ladies and the gents with their lovely frocks and beautifully flamboyant cuffs on their shirt for the gentlemen. And they all kind of in the royal palace. Yes. I knew it struck me as something. We're on to you, Elegon. I reckon Elegon may be maybe he's a king. He could be a king or possibly a prince. Would explain a lot, wouldn't it, actually? A ginger hobbit muggle king for some obscure region. Where does he live? Sweden, Switzerland, Slovakia. Where's he live? Somewhere like that, right? Elegon, did you ever see the Toblerone? I keep meaning to ask you, mate. Or maybe we did ask you and I've just forgotten. We did actually build on the Ravenhearst 2.2 server a mighty construct, a monument, a talisman to celebrate your grand. I can hear something. Your grand journey throughout America, mate. You all right, Freddy? You're right, Smedlol. Hello, Dale. Thanks for the link yesterday, Dale. Interesting article, that, mate. The one thing I took from it more than anything was, why did no one respond to it? There were like 16 responses to what was possibly one of the most articulate and well thought out explanations for why Pantheon doesn't need to have 1 million people playing it. But from what I can see, there were 16 responses. I'd have been pretty gutted if I got to all the effort of explaining it and then found out like no one gave a toss. Been referred to the hospital ruptured yeah, we know about that, McGlash. You still got to wait for the so you're actually waiting still. Jesus, man, they're not exactly hurrying, are they, fella? The newsletter's dropping tomorrow, maybe today, but the dev said it's going to be thick, juicy, and long, filled with. Oh, nice one, dude. It is. I take it that's for public consumption, right? It's not like behind closed doors for backers. Have to let us know, Dave. Well, good morning, Half One. How are you? Read and accept. Oh, careful. The Toblerone. Yeah, did you not see? I'll tell you what we'll do, mate. I don't think I can actually boot the server up, which is a shame. Oh, can I? I might be able to, Elegon. I might be able to. Yeah, we've got some pictures. I'll send them through to you, mate. It was glorious, sir. It was glorious. We completely winged it as well. Totally winged it. Read that. Accept that. Boots we don't want. That we don't want. That we don't want. That sells for quite a lot of money, so we'll keep that. Can I read this? We'll have to nip out to the old... Oh, no, actually, we're not using the bike, are we? We've got loot drops outside, I think. What's that? You lost £8. They're able to weigh you again. Why could they not weigh you before? was there a reason they wouldn't weigh you, Doc? Were you non-weighable, sir? Well, congratulations, dude. I'm going to assume that that's like good that you've lost £8, as opposed to shit. Why is that happening? He's got tons of articles he's posted since he started on Pantheon. Most don't bother reading them because they're long. That's a shame, isn't it, mate? Honestly, it's a real shame, because it was a well thought out post. You know, it's and it made sense as well. You know, it felt like it wasn't just an excuse post. It was you know, this is what we're aiming at. You know, this is the genre has changed, and I couldn't agree more. It has urgent written on the referral, but the big dreaded medical but. Oh, mate. I take it you're still in a horrendous amount of pain. Where is the drop? Ah, yes, we put them down the road, didn't we? I don't hear anything. Oh, I can see someone. I can see a crawler as well. Oh, bad shotgun. Silver Snake Samurai. Now there's a name and a half. Look, Silver Snake Samurai. Thank you very much for the follow, mate. You have to bear with me a sec, boys and girls. I'm trying to keep a listen out here. I think there's a second store. In fact, I don't think we've ever been to the second store. I can hear something. I can totally hear something. I think it might be my tummy. Oh my god, we're nearly out of veggie drink. Wow. That's a bit cheap. That's naughty of me, actually. Very naughty, Grummy. Very naughty. Let's go back in. Oh my god, what is that? The scales only go up to what? Oh, they couldn't weigh you because you literally didn't fit on the scales. Holy shit balls, dude. The scales only go up to 350. You were 356. You're now down to, yeah, I'd say 347. How much is what's that in stone, Doc? 2.2 pounds to £2.2 to a kilo, right? I didn't realise you were so heavy, Doc. You never struck me as a heavy guy, mate. How many stone is that, fella? That's not. I'm trying to figure out. Oh my gosh, she looks amazing. It looks amazing. They're so well animated. These. I'll tell you what, they're better animated than the zombies and characters in State of Decay. Lulz. State of Decay 2. Was it the better half's birthday? Was it, Elegon? Well, I hope you all had a lovely time. Happy birthday to her, mate. I hope you all had a nice one. Did you do anything special, Elegon, or saving it for the weekend, maybe? Oh, well done, Doc. I mean, I'm going to assume that's it's something you're working at rather than therefore a medical crisis. Like, Christ almighty, why have I lost 8 pounds in a week? Oh no, sorry, we're talking to Dayhawk, aren't we? Sorry, I'm getting confused, aren't I? Is Doc even in chat? I'm so sorry, mate. I was going to say, it didn't quite add up that way. Because, I mean, Doc posted up a picture not so long ago. I'm thinking, Jesus, wow, I just didn't realise. I'm so sorry, Dayhawk. You're right, TM, how are you doing, fella? You both got that similar, that same colour. And they both begin with D, Dayhawk. That's my excuse, fella. Totally my error. Well, congratulations, dude. I mean, congratulations. Like I said, I mean, whether it's you or Doc, that's good. Although, with your history, is it something to worry about, Dayhawk? Hopefully not, right? No, I haven't, Elegon. I keep meaning to, actually, dude. I'd really love to boot it up. Unfortunately, Skyrim's kind of got its juicy paws into me at the moment. Sorry, Dayhawk. I'm ever so sorry, mate. But I'm listening out as well. I don't want anything terrible to happen at the start of the stream. I feel like flipping my controller through the window. 25 down to 24. £14 in a stone, is it? I always, you know what? I always used to get confused with that. I'm all right with pounds and kilos, but I always used to think it, for some reason, 16, not 14 pounds to a stone. I don't know where I picked that up from. Good morning, Knife. Oh, Knife, I've got a question to ask you if you're around on Discord later. Let me take, hopefully only take about 2 minutes of your time, sir, but possibly not even that. Feel under no obligation to reply immediately. I will, I'll drop you a message later, mate. If I remember. It's going to be one of them days today, mate. You're right, Durathonis. How you doing, fella? I'm glad it's met with your approval, Elegon. I was really hoping it wouldn't just be one of those kind of reasonably well hyped, but actually very little substance elements of the post-release update schedule for Assassin's Creed. I had actually got very high hopes for it because the devs themselves were really wanting to do it, weren't they? Because they didn't think they'd get it green lit, did they? Or when they took it to the powers that be. Oh, glass pane there. Interesting. Didn't even see that. Oh, is that what it is? 16 ounces. 16 ounces to a pound. 14 pounds to... maybe that's what it is. I know it always used to throw me. I started working in kilos in the end. Ooh. Wow, we never made it upstairs, did we? I swear I can hear some. You're right, so 78 penises to a pound. That's better than the pound shot, mate. I'll tell you. That's a whole bag of dicks. That is, mate. Was that you for? To actually, you know what? I think let me just change my chat. Hang on a sec. There we go. It's alright. I've got it. It's not quite maximised, so everything's a little bit smaller than it should be. That's amazing, Dayhawk. Well done, fella. Well done. Hopefully you get the big green light from all the tests and everything as well, mate. Keep chipping away, fella. Keep chipping away, all right? You're right, Kiss of a Dragon. You heard a rumor that 7 Days is getting a release date. Nah, so someone's pulling your sausage, mate. No, not at all. Not at all. We don't even have a date for Alpha 17, Kiss of a Dragon. How are you anyway? You okay? No, we've Joel's been updating where he can. They've been quite good on the forums. The forums have been much, much better for information than anywhere else, I should imagine. They've got a nice little running commentary of things they're working on for Alpha 17. But no date on that, and certainly no date on official release. The only thing that's been alluded to is that they will, once Alpha 17's out, that is where they will start considering, depending on how well Alpha 17, you know, I guess the response to it and how long it takes to go from the experimental build through to the stable build. At that point, they'll start considering taking the game into beta. That was the only thing that has been sort of said, and even that to some degree was probably blown out of proportion, with people saying that Alpha 17 was the beta, which it isn't. And unless something changes, but no, we're still none the wiser. Kiss of a Dragon. It could be next week, it could be next month, it could be next year. Who knows for Alpha 17? Let alone an actual release date.
Hello?
Dude Bush, how you doing, fella? Nice to see you, geezer. Thanks for the follow, mate. Yeah, I watched a little bit more of State of Decay early hours of this morning. It was, I don't know, mate. It's one of those games, you know, I think I would like to play it. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You know, I like the State of Decay formula. It's always worked for me. Always enjoyed it. But it's been really bad for multiplayer, guys. If anyone's buying it exclusively to play multiplayer, you want to be open that day one patch. Does something pretty spectacular. I hadn't realised why so many of the streamers, I mean, Ko has flat refused to play co-op, hasn't he? It's just a completely unplayable mess. I mean, I did see some of Lyric's stream with Shorty and the rest of them, and that was all over the place. Constant disconnects, people couldn't join his parties, so other people had to host. It was just a shambles. Just gotta hope the day one patch fixes it, otherwise it could be the nail of the coffin for Undead Labs, couldn't it? Well, kind of sad. I mean, not only was it a franchise that I really, really want to support, because, you know, I thought the first one was great, but at the same time, it's probably our last little chance to see this is something new from Microsoft's first-party studios, isn't it? You know, we've had Sea of Thieves, which most definitely wasn't my cup of tea. So, you know, never mind, but what can I do about it? And then, of course, we've also had State of Decay 2, which just looks uninspired, I think is probably the word, isn't it? How come you're switching to the app today, then, Zara? No spoilers, obviously. I know you wouldn't, but I mean, how awesome was Deadpool, mate? Was it as good as the first one? I'm going to assume it's extremely good. I just have a feeling about Deadpool 2. Ooh, surprised I missed that, actually. Felt like a good shot. Nice. Trickier than it looks, that. What are you up to today, Halfwin? Did you pick up a Kind Seed, Halfwin? I know Nina streamed it. So it seemed to think it had got a lot of promise. You know what, Kiss of a Dragon? So someone in chat mentioned this yesterday. And you know what? I really don't get it when people say this. I'm not having a pop. I just genuinely, it confuses me as to why in 2 days, 2 people have said something very, very similar. And that is, it's frustrating when an update comes along and you have to wipe. The last time this game was updated was nearly a year ago, mate. So in theory, you've had 12 months to play on a server. And it's like we were saying yesterday, you know, who'd want to be on the same server for 12 months? And I don't know whether people confuse, like, the way it's played on Twitch to think that there's more incremental updates than there are, or confuse mods with the main game. I mean, Alpha 16.4 has been unstable for nearly 12 months, mate. I think it was June. And we're not far from June, are we? Like June 2017, I think it was. But that was either experimental or stable. So yeah, it's really not a problem with this game, mate. There's plenty of other games that are more problematic in terms of having to restart during alphas. I can't imagine playing the same server for 12 months. I mean, God, I mean, the things you could do, but I mean, I dread to think what we'd have to start poking about and modding it ourselves. God knows what would happen. We would have walking penises by the end of it. Yeah, that's right, Halfwin. Yes, Nina had lion bum in her chat. Yes. I mean, they sound very passionate. I'll give them that. Let's hope they can keep the ball rolling, right? Yeah, I mean, even if you, I mean, to be honest, Kiss, I mean, if you were to start a brand new save game now, you know, you're gonna get. I should imagine at least a good few weeks before Alpha 17 drops. But you've had 12 months up till now, mate. Yeah, lion bum. It was lion bum. What did they say about it not coming to PC? Look at that dude in the corner. Did they actually honour it with a response? Or? You cheeky sausage, Halfwood. Oh yeah, and about Fable 2. I just never do, Smadlon. There's no reason for me. I've explained this that many times, Smadlon. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've explained it to you, mate. Are you having a forgetful moment, fella? I use, because I stream, mate, I quite often use this little downtime to look at chat, mate. So I deliberately don't put points in it. And to be honest, I find it a complete waste, albeit rather ironically, a complete waste of time, mate. I'm not in any hurry, dude, to loot things. Well, what difference does it make? You know, a split second quicker looting something. I find it a ludicrous waste of, just a massive waste of points, mate. As it happens, points are so easy to come by. I could counter argument that anyway, but I like to think of points as being scarce. At some point, points will be scarce, and the last thing I'm going to bother putting points in will be to search a box quicker. It's not exactly slow as it is. I think the last time we had this discussion, people were talking about tanks taking like 20 seconds to open. I'm like, how many tanks have you looted on your server? 2. Yeah, exactly. So you spent like 30 points just for like, yeah, well, pointless, man. Just pointless, mate. Much better things to be spending my skill points on than trying to open a filing cabinet. I mean, how long does it actually take to loot a cabinet? I mean, what is it? Like 1 second? Like, do I need it any quicker? Not really, mate. There's some skills I just don't bother with. It's the other one, Smart and Low one. I know we've spoken about this one. Was oh, what is it, dude? It's the one that lets you make things like springs and stuff, mate. And mechanical parts. I will never, ever take that in the vanilla game unless something drastically changes. I don't like the thought, and in fact, I'm radically opposed to those sorts of skills, which basically mean there is less and less reason to travel from your home base the further into the game you get. I mean, you might, at some point with the skills as they are, you might as well just not play the game, quite honestly. There is a point where you are so OP, so able to craft and make everything in the game that you might as well just crawl up into a ball in a bunker and never leave home. So I really don't like those skills, so I don't take them for that reason more than anything. I just don't think they add anything to the game other than just making it a walk in the park. And let's be honest, the game is already a walk in the park. We're playing Ravenhearst version 3 on one-off max difficulty. And, you know, I just don't see the point, mate. Really don't see the point. What was that? Apps? What's this? You're talking about apps? Is that apps for, do you mean for Twitch or? Oh, careful. Whoa! Bloody hell. They were just sitting there, I did not. Cheeky little sausages. Cheeky little sausages, mate. Well, you would if they hadn't been disbanded afterward. Lionhead's going nowhere. They're long gone, ain't they, mate? God damn it, I'm so off today. Sad to see Lionhead disappear. I always kind of secretly liked Lionhead. I always liked Peter Molyneux, to be fair. He was a big bag of porky... Well, see, with him, I struggle to say lies. I mean... I still err on the side of him just being a little bit too passionate. It's too easy to just say he lies. I think in his own head, sometimes he believed the things he said. Does that make sense? I mean, I know he was a big, you know, to talk the talk but don't walk the walk kind of public figure for Lionhead. But, you know, he also did make or at least spearhead the creation and I suppose direction and ultimate release of some amazing games, you know, over the course of his career, and with him moving to his rather bizarrely named 21 Cans due to it having 21 employees, which it no longer does because I know someone that works there. Yeah, I don't know. I always felt like we'll let Peter Molyneux get away with it, but yeah, I think he became ever more deluded, didn't he, as time went by. And I can't help but think that part of that was to do with Lionhead originally having been given the gates to the kingdom by Microsoft. And I think as time went on and sales of various Fable games did not miraculously, you know, soar into the heavens, shall we say, that Peter Molyneux started finding more and more attention coming his way within the Microsoft hierarchy, and I think in the end it was a parting of ways that was inevitable. Now that we look back with hindsight, he just wasn't what Microsoft needed, was he? Peter Molyneux would have flourished under somebody like Sony, I think, where they're a little bit more open to genuine creativity and a little bit more eager to directly support their first party devs, even when things don't go particularly brilliantly. You know, I mean, Sony's got a lot of first party devs that you could argue haven't necessarily broken records in terms of sales, and yet, you know, they're still going strong. They're still, you know, they're still supported. Yeah, just like Rare. You're not a Sea of Thieves fan then, mate, no. Oh dear. I see what you did there, Halfwin. You're right, Austin. Yeah, he did. And like I said, I think the difference with Molyneux, as opposed to some asshole like Randy Pitchford, he really is just a lying piece of toenail gunk. I actually think Peter Molyneux almost, I don't know. I think he just wanted to think, you know, I don't think he really understood by the end of it that things had changed. You know, people aren't quite as excited over Connect and all that jazz as he thought. I think Microsoft hard sold him Connect, basically. I think Peter Molyneux genuinely believed he could make a game with some revolutionary technology. I don't think for 1 minute that he didn't believe he couldn't do it, but the more Connect was touted as the next coming of Christ in the gaming world, I think the more the cracks started to show as it genuinely being little more than a gimmick, quite honestly. As we now know in hindsight, that's exactly what it was, because it's gone. No one gave a toss about it, ultimately, did they? Apart from a few diehards. You're right, Octavius. Black and white. Yeah, Peter Molyneux did some good stuff, man. But again, I think it's a classic example of a developer not growing with the times. It's a little bit like what happened with Cliffy B, isn't it? Cliffy B was like gaming's golden pin-up child of a developer, wasn't he? You know, he created Gears of War. You know, we got this amazing Unreal Engine being banged out. Microsoft were just over the moon with it. You know, he wasn't a good, you know, he wasn't an ugly lad. You know, he did a little bit of, you know, a little bit of the old working out. So, you know, he was a good poster child for Microsoft as well. He got a very nice wife. He got a very nice car. You know, he attended a hell of a lot of the more publicly. Well, I suppose I say publicly that some of the more closed. I suppose, yeah, behind closed doors. Sessions that the game developers tend to congregate with. He was very much celebrity status, wasn't he? He managed to come beyond on a game developer. Red carpet, film premieres and all sorts, wasn't he? But he seems to lose the way a little bit, didn't he? I still never understood why. I mean, what made him leave Epic? In the end. There's got to be an interesting story there. I mean, he obviously thought he could do a better job on his own, right? But he had a mega failed release, didn't he? What was that game they released under Cliffy B? His new studio. He came and went, right? I don't know what it's called. I kind of like Cliffy. I think Cliffy was the first time I saw a developer in I suppose outside of the nerd bubble. He was a cool nerd. He was a fit nerd, you know? I think Randy Pitchford. Did you see the bollocks he's being about potential of Borderlands 3 being at E3? He's such a cock. What's this? What? A man after my own heart when it comes to Randy Pitchford. What's he got and done now, mate? I mean, Borderlands 3 is coming out, isn't it? Isn't Borderlands 3 like due for something? I know there's been loads of talk about Borderlands 3. I don't know whether it's due for the grand unveiling or whether or not it's actually still very much you know, a work in progress kind of thing. I'm looking forward to Rage. I was quite surprised how many of you said that you didn't like Rage in Discord. I really liked Rage. I thought Rage was bloody brilliant. I went back and played that game so many goddamn times. Mainly the first part. I was quite intrigued by the technology behind it. I remember watching a YouTube video that kind of talked about... it was actually... Well, it was a YouTube video that wasn't talking specifically about Rage. It was actually a presentation that John Carmack had done about... I think it was id Tech 4, was it? Or was it id Tech 5 for Rage? I can't remember. And about the engine and about their mega texture, as it was nicknamed, methodology for creating high resolution textures on the fly. Really interesting, really interesting. Another classic example of John Carmack trying to push the envelope of 3D gaming, where everybody else was just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And actually, I think if Rage had sold better, I think it could have been quite an interesting time for gaming engines. I mean, Tech 5 is pretty damn good anyway, right? Right, well that's that all looted then. There ain't a lot else in there, is there, mate? There ain't a lot in there, geezer. So many zombies meandering around. We don't normally see so many out in the daytime. Oh my god, is that a dog? Oh my god, it is. Oh, really? You couldn't make this AI up, could you? You really could not make the AI up. We're going to find this brutal when they finally fix it, you know. I'm honest, sometimes I think I play this game and we get a bit of luck like that, and I genuinely think, I'm wondering what would happen if I actually actively tried to die. How long would it actually take for me to finally die? Where's that dog? I can't even see the dog, man. Where'd it go? I didn't kill it, did I? No, there it is. Look. It's hysterical, isn't it? It's literally hysterical. Just doesn't know what's going on, does he? The second you move, as soon as you move left or right, or God forbid you go backwards horizontally. Sorry, at a 45-degree angle. They just go, oh Christ, hang on a minute. Let me just hang on a minute. I need to get a bit of graph paper out and map where I'm going here, mate. Hang on a sec. Horrendously busted. I suppose we shouldn't. I know I'm sitting here sort of having a bit of a pop at State of Decay 2, but I bet they don't do that, right? Let's hope Alpha 17 fixes this once and for all. I really hope so. He's just a knob. I totally agree. I'm looking forward to finding more evidence of him being a complete knob. So it's always nice to have that reinforced that he continues to be gaming's biggest testicle. God damn, man, I loathe that, man. In fact, I can honestly say I think he's the only person that I genuinely just got no time or respect for. Everybody, even like Peter Molyneux, like I said, you know. I find him at least in an intriguing character. You know, you can be a complete cockwomble, but you might still have something about you, right? But Randy Pitchford is just a big sack of organic bullshittery, basically. Nina Popina! Thank you very much for the resub. Thank you very much for using your Twitch Prime with us this month, Nina. Thank you very much, Nina. Thank you very much. Let's get some sub-love in chat for Nina Popina. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Oh! You're right, Grey Green. Rage was absolutely brilliant while it lasted, but you felt it was an unfinished game. Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely would say that's a reasonable comment, mate. Yes. And in fact, I mean, I said myself, didn't I tended to play the beginning of it more than, you know, pushing through till the end. It was very front-loaded with, in my opinion, sort of creative genius. I felt it was very new and very fresh at the start, and then kind of became a little bit samey sort of by the end of it, especially story and plot-wise. I suppose the argument would be like, who plays those sorts of games for plot? But I mean, I sometimes do to some degree, because I think sometimes they have quite a good plot. The new release of Wolfenstein, I love the story in that, for example. But yeah, but you know, like you said, I mean, it was still a fantastic game. Thank you very much, Nina. Dan, the only thing I saw Dan, because I switched over from Dan, and the reason I switched from Dan, and I hope it's not taken in a horrible way, he just looked so bored playing it. I don't know whether it was Dan actually just being tired, but his voice started grating on me a little bit. It was like he'd given up. It's like he didn't want to play it. He was playing it for the sake of I'm playing it just because it's the new game and I need to sort of get it out of the way. He really looked try. Dan sometimes looks like that anyway. Sometimes Dan just like, he's not necessarily the most animated of streamers, and that's not a bad thing. That's absolutely not a bad thing. And sometimes you just want to watch you know, chilled, relaxed, and especially when he does an RPG stream. But he literally looked like it's almost like he wasn't even watching the screen at times. It was like, yeah, whatever. So I kind of turned it over just to see if anybody had actually found anything sort of somewhat inspirational about the game. But I mean, Lyric was taking the absolute piss out of it. Ko was sort of, it's really hard to tell with Ko. It's really hard to tell with Ko. He was insinuating very much that he was enjoying his second session more than his first session. But sometimes with Ko, when something goes wrong, he lashes out really quick, doesn't he? Hey, dude, Starscream. It's your week off, innit? We're getting the honour of Starscream in the chat a bit more this week. How you doing, fella? You done all your jobs yet, mate? Yeah, I watched co-play a little bit of God of War that I'd already played because I wanted to see like how good his stream quality was, and obviously it's excellent. And I noticed like if he was dying, he was you know, he was keeping up the banter and he was having a chat with chat, and he was like, yeah, you know, you expect to die in God of War, and no big deal. I noticed a couple of times when he got really close to getting mullered, and in fact he did lose a character, didn't he, Ko? He really bit. He was really angry, and I think sometimes that's a sign that he's not really into it. He's not really into the game at all. He'd rather it was done, dusted, off the schedule. Let's crack on with something that I want to play. Overall, I don't think I found a single streamer bouncing around. Admiral Baru as well. You know, I didn't even know who he was until recently. Someone said that he was playing 7 days, so I thought I'd go and check this dude out. And he's amazing, fantastic streamer. And again, him, they all just seem to be finding it just like really dull, to be honest. Which is a shame. I'm really gutted. And of course now social media's up in arms as well, because people who bought the super duper mega ultra expensive, you know, early access edition, who were supposed to be getting access this Friday, are now going, well, what was the bloody point in me spending all that money when half of Twitch has already got it already anyway? And I can't help but feel again Microsoft has stitched up on Dead Labs completely over this one. In fact, I think the embargo's up for reviews, isn't it? Is it today? Sure, it's today. Because it's basically, in theory, playable tomorrow, isn't it? By the early backers. Whole thing is just a sham. It's just a scam. But Sea of Thieves and now this. It's just Microsoft have lost the plot. Well, they have. They've lost the plot completely. They're certainly losing me as a potential customer. I know it's ludicrous, but the only way Microsoft are getting me back in to I suppose their little ecosystem within the gaming world. Oh my god, what the hell? How is that not? Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's actually really bad. That's actually really bad. Those things hit like a tank, don't they? I must have hit him about 4 times in the head, though. It didn't even stagger him. What is that all about? See how much damage they do, guys. I told you not. I remember someone saying the other day, like, oh, you know, you're untouchable. And in theory, we are untouchable until we hit an irradiated feral white. And those things, you do not, even with good armor and good health, you do not want to tangle with those things, guys. They get you in close quarters, they will kill you. Swear. I know for a fact I hit him once. I actually saw the, like the little spray. But it didn't seem to make him pause, did it? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Could be going down here, guys. Yeah, we might be dead here, guys. Can I take another bandage? I can't. There we go. Whew, close call, mate. If he'd been a fast one, that would have been game over. He wasn't feral, was he? Luckily, it's just an irradiated white. If he'd been feral, that would have been it. We'd have been long gone there, mate. You're right, Lee. Hey, Lee, nice streams with, I've been watching you, mate. I just haven't had a chance to actually get in chat, so I hope you don't mind, mate. But I've been watching and listening quite a bit with your, Age of Conan. Conan Exile stream, mate. How you getting on with it? I'm really tempted to pick it up, Lee. Honestly, I really, really like the look of it, mate. You alright, Owen? How you doing, fella? How does Pillars of the Earth compare to... I'm going to guess that's... DOS2. DOS2. Divinity Original Sin 2. Pillars of the Earth. What's Pillars of the Earth? You mean Pillars of Eternity? I don't know what you're talking about here, Dar. Like, I can semi-translate that as how does Pillars of Eternity compare to Divinity Original Sin 2? I'm going to assume you mean Pillars of Eternity 2 compared to Divinity Original Sin 2. But I'm not sure, mate. Feel free to elaborate before I go off on a wild tangent. What's that for? Your music is muting. Oh, is it? Oh, no. Oh, I didn't. To be honest, I've not really looked when I do the VOD surf for. Is it a 5-minute mute? Oh. Let's get on the road, guys. I think I fixed it, Smet. I'm sure I fixed the armor. Oh no, it's still breaking, yeah. Yeah, well spotted, Smet. Well spotted, mate. We'll get that. I've actually got it made back at home. You know what we'll do? We'll use one of those and we'll grab another veggie drink. I was almost. I mean, it would have almost been quite nice to die there. I don't want to wish it upon myself, but it would almost have been quite an exciting time because we're quite a long way from home, aren't we? It could have made for an interesting day. Let's put it that way. I think if I could have died without taking the wellness hit, I'd quite happily taken the punch to the balls there, just as a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, well spotted, Smettle. It's weird, isn't it? Because I actually remember repairing. I was just about to say, Smettle, and I don't think so, because I know I repaired it. But yeah, you're probably right. As in, it's probably a lot longer ago. That, you know, further ago, more back in the history of the world than I recall. Because it's probably like back date 200 that I repaired it, right? So it is. I mean, it's a good 200. Sorry, a good 20 hours on. Thank you very much, Ghost Pete. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. Sorry, mate. I'm just thinking about my armor. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you, Nina, and thank you, Ghost Pete. Thank you both very much for the subs. How's things with you, Ghost Pete? You all right, fella? Yeah, to be honest, Nina, it wasn't me. I didn't do it deliberately. Twitter, for some reason, it kept flashing up as if it hadn't sent it. It was saying failed to send the tweet. So I clicked it again, and then I noticed, in my sort of panic to like what's going on, you know, is my internet bought. I noticed I deleted the start of the actual tweet. So I think one of them was like, instead of live, it just had the E on it or something. You know, instead I missed out like the LIV or something. So I clicked it again. So it probably thought it was legitimately a different message. Because I don't think you can tweet the same thing. Doesn't it like say, no, you've already tweeted that? And it puts it on like a cooldown. So yeah, in fact, I was expecting us to have some connection problems today. I noticed the I was using the Amsterdam ingest server earlier in the week, and I noticed yesterday it was all over the place. And like I said, I literally got into the house and just literally turned the stream straight on. I barely even had a chance to like put the old Tasman machine on. So if anything does go weird today, we know why. I normally do a little pre-stream check to see what ingest servers are the best at the time. So yeah, I kind of sort of knew that, Nina, but I think I did delete one of them. I didn't realise it had gone 3+ times though. You're right, Ratnet. What game was he talking about that's coming out? My phone is cutting out and in. Possibly we were talking about State of Decay 2 right now. Possibly. Thank you very much, Ghost Pete. Seriously, bro. Thank you for the sub, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, dude. Really do, mate. You're right, SCR. How's things? Hey, up, Machete.
$10 donation received from Imashitaraz_PR. Good morning.
Hey, thank you very much, Machete. Thank you very much. Oh, look, the little thing's done that thing again. Look, why does it do that? Look, it's got like the little scroll things on it. I don't understand that. It does it on some donations, but not all of them. I really can't troubleshoot it. Thank you very much for the tip there, Machete. Hat is off to you, mate. Top banana, geezer. Top banana. Weetabix, thank you for the sub. Thank you very much for the sub, Weetabix. Really appreciate it, mate. Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you very much, mate. Oh my god, there's we're it's a veritable pop-up bonanza tonight. I've got my Windows Defender summaries popped up. I've got pop-ups from YouTube coming up with people that have just followed. What's going on today? Is today the magical day on Twitch or something? What's going on? Thank you very much, Weetabix, and thank you very much, Machete. I really do appreciate that, mate. Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Very generous, mate. And thank you. Thank you for the subs, guys. You're all amazing. You're all absolute bish bash awesome. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Should we get... I'll tell you what, let's go and do the hostel again. I think we mentioned that yesterday, didn't we? Oh, hang on, those needs repairing. Let's go and get the other crossbow out of the mini bike. Cheers, Michelle. Cheers, Weeabix. Sorry, Lee. Sorry, mate. I'm not. I'm not leaving you dangling, mate. I asked you a question. 3 hours later, I'll get back to you. It's terrible, isn't it? It's amazing, dudes, to stuck into it right now. I bet it sounded like you were, mate. I must admit, you can sort of tell, can't you? You know when you're watching a streamer, and it's like they're definitely enjoying this one. Yeah, you could probably teach me a few things, Lee. Cannon's a game you would like. I think you're right, dude. I think you're absolutely right. I think I would really, really enjoy it, mate. I think there's enough content there to keep me quite reasonably occupied. I mean, I'll be honestly, I've been trying not to watch too much of like the specifics, you know. So I'm not attentively watching the stream in the sense of like watching what you craft and how you fight and what. You know, I'm listening more than sort of watching. So because I don't want too many spoilers. And to be honest, mate, if I'm doing that and watching you, because I mean you are a really good streamer, Lee, and I'm not just saying that. You are. Yeah, it's very hard not to actually watch you when you're streaming. So fair play to you, mate. But if I'm watching Twitch and sort of deliberately staying away from looking at the screen too much to avoid spoilers, then it's normally a sign that the game is very much on the cards to be purchased, to be fairly. So no, thank you very much for streaming it, mate. I was actually really struggling to find somebody that I wanted to watch stream it. So, there's quite a few people streaming it, but they all seem to be, I don't know, they all seem to be... It was either obvious that they'd already like basically read the instruction manual, so like they weren't surprised or interested by anything, and they weren't explaining what they were doing. It was just like, okay, we'll do this, and this, and they always find like these amazing places to build and all the rest of it. I thought, yeah, stop that. I want someone who's going in sort of blind, really. Yeah, it does. I mean, the performance looks good. Aesthetically, I'm really, you know, I really like the overall art design of the game. I know to start with it's very barren and people can say, yeah, but there's nothing there, Grum, it's just a desert. But it does change, you know, the environments do get much richer as you move further into the map. Or at least that's what I've been told and what I've seen from, I'm trying to think, there was a really big streamer playing it. Is it Burke Black? Burke Black, I think it was, the pirate dude, right? I mean, I think... I'd like to experience it. I think it's one of those games like Ark. It's going to offer me what Ark didn't. I'm going to get to actually play as my character rather than playing as a character dressed up as a dinosaur, which is essentially what Ark is, really. No, it's not Knife. No, because the actual animation itself is completely independent to the other bits, mate. So it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense, and sometimes it does it and sometimes it doesn't do it. I'm going to have to look into it, Knife. Essentially, we've got 3 pop-ups there. We've got the donation banner, which is one pop-up. We have the animation, which is another pop-up, and then we have the text, which is another pop-up. Now, the text did used to do the same thing, where it came with as a scroll window, and I managed to fix that. Why the animation is doing it and why the animation window looks so big, I have got no explanation for that whatsoever, mate. I really don't get it, but so it's something else for me to tinker with tonight. No doubt that will keep me occupied for 5 or 6 hours. Owen, I sent you a message on Discord with a potential gaming laptop. Just need to know if it's good value for money when you are free next. I certainly can, Owen. Yes, no problems, mate. I will. Thank you for the tip, Machete. Thank you, mate. Please, everyone, don't buy Alienware. It's owned by Dell. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Dell. Dell gets a bad reputation. Dell makes some damn good hardware, mate, I'm telling you. Some of the most robust equipment I've ever worked in or worked with in my life has been Dell. I know Dell gets a bad rep just because they're one of the big companies, but I've worked with a lot of Dell products, and I tell you what, they are built like freaking tanks, mate. Never had an issue with a Dell product. I couldn't say the same thing about anything else hardware-wise. I mean, I know sometimes it's a case of personal experience, but... And then sometimes Dell, Jesus Christ, some of the prices on some of those Dell PCs, you know, especially, you know what, I'm talking about gaming PCs here. I'm just talking about, you know, your normal sort of office or out in the field kind of laptops. Amazing. See, there's exactly after you see. I literally not that long ago switched to MSI. I absolutely adore MSI. I've had no issues with MSI hardware whatsoever. Whereas I was if you'd asked me about 2 years ago, mate. How you doing, Mojo? If you asked me about 2 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, I would have been Asus. Asus. You know, just get Asus products, Asus motherboards, Asus graphics cards. You know, you just can't go wrong with them. And I just started getting. They just lost the plot. Asus did. I literally would not touch an Asus product with a barge pole now, and so I had to make a decision. Who do I go with? And I went with MSI, and never looked back. It's like we always talk about it with ISPs in the UK, Halfwin. So some people will absolutely swear that BT is like the overlord, the evil sort of arch nemesis, the devil of ISPs here in the UK, and swear that Virgin is brilliant. It just depends on where you've lived, mate. I've had fantastic Virgin Media experience with tech support, and have done for quite some time now. But I've had really, really bad support from Virgin Media as well. I've had BT have been absolutely terrible. Every time I've ever had a BT internet connection, it's been atrocious. But I know other people that swear by BT. It just comes down to potluck, doesn't it? I'm bleeding out. Jesus, I wonder what that noise was. Yeah, it's really hard, isn't it, to recommend or not to recommend you. We can only go on personal experience. Like I said, Dell. I mean, literally for probably God knows how many years, I have worked with Dell equipment. So some very robust Dell equipment that has survived rain, water, fire, still going strong. Oh my God, that is not, especially considering things have not been going well up to now. And that's probably risking it for a biscuit a little bit. I've still got a Dell X. Does anyone remember the XPS range? The XPS range was essentially what that was like Dell's top tier, like their gaming equivalent before essentially Alienware. It became it became a Dell thing. I've still got a Dell XPS laptop. God knows how much money it cost when it came out, mate. It was unbelievable. Absolutely freaking unbelievable amount of money. It was through work. And I still have it to this day, mate. Thing has never dropped a goddamn heartbeat. God knows how old that is. It weighs a bloody ton, but then again, you know, a gaming style laptop always does, doesn't it? I'd love to. Obviously, Owen's going to get me desperately wanting it. I'd love to sell my desktop and go back to laptop gaming. You know, actually just being able to sit there on the sofa gaming. I could get back into my like RPGs, my Pillars of Eternity. Darth, Pillars of Eternity 2. I can't answer your question, mate. I'm so sorry. I completely went on a tangent there. You asked the question, and I asked for clarification. You did do, and I completely missed out on it there, mate. I'm very sorry. You were asking about Divinity Original Sin 2 versus Pillars of Eternity, weren't you, mate? I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I've not played either. However... Oh, hang on one sec, guys. Right, I just really quickly just need to AFK, guys. Just really quickly. Well, I say quickly, be about 2-3 minutes. I'll grab a top up on the coffee as well. Yeah, I play. I mean, the best thing, any way I can sort of explain this to you, Darth, from my personal perspective, is I played Divinity Original Sin, but I didn't play it all the way through. In fact, I saw very little of it, but I was early access with it, so I watched a lot of the development. I'm a massive fan of Larian Studios, mate. I'm going to be honest with you. Having not played either of the second ones, well, I played Pillars of Eternity, and I played Larian Studios' Divinity Original Sin, the first one. And hands down, I mean hands down, the better game was Divinity Original Sin, mate. Divinity Original Sin 2, I didn't watch a huge amount of it, but I did listen to James playing it, and he was just overwhelmingly just bursting at the seams about how much he was enjoying it, dude. Pillars of Eternity 2 is supposed to be a lot better than the original Pillars. The original Pillars, I'm going to be honest, mate, really didn't do it for me. There were a lot of issues with it. Pacing was all over the place, for example. The actual story wasn't that intriguing. It was actually quite clever, but it wasn't that intriguing. The combat mechanics were really weird, really convoluted, very poorly explained in detail. And let's be honest, most of us that play those games, we want to know what every single goddamn statistic does. They're down to every, 0.01% potential for a proc. I really struggle with Pillars of Eternity on that sense. I also found that, quite honestly, Larian Studios, the two development teams, Larian Studios are the ones that innovated the original core concept. Both games really were continuations of the Wizards of the Sword Coast, Baldur's Gate kind of style and genre of games. Pillars of Eternity stuck so closely to that core concept that it still felt, although it looked good and it played quite nice technically, and it felt like I was playing a modern game, it still felt too firmly rooted in an era of gaming of years gone by. And I think it struggled as a result of that. Larian Studios took it and just went crazy with it, mate. It was actually a fun game to play. Almost a little bit too much fun. Divinity Original Sin. I almost felt at 1 or 2 points they were pushing the comedy element a little bit too far. Divinity Original Sin 2, I think, is a better balance. My personal recommendation, having not played either of the sequels, would be, I reckon you'd have more fun with Divinity Original Sin though, mate. I really do believe that. I hope you're still there, Darth. He's bagging off. I really hope so. You're using MSI right now, it's okay, but your old Mobo was evil incarnate. Yeah, I use everything MSI that I can when I'm building stuff for other people. I've still got an Asus motherboard on my my gaming rig, but I did switch to it was an MSI 980 Ti, wasn't it? I think Hewlett Packard should be disbanded. Hewlett Packard still have are they still operating from PC World? Is PC World still their main sort of outlet? Hewlett Packard is so OP. So overpriced, sorry, not OP. Yeah, Hewlett Packard is just crazy money. I remember seeing a desktop PC in PC World. This is going back years, like 3+ years. I just popped in there to buy a memory stick of all things. That actually got this cracking deal on memory sticks. Like, stupid money. So I went in to pick a couple up, and I looked in. I had a look around the old PC section, and oh my god, it was daylight robbery. It was borderline theft. What they were trying to charge, absolutely crazy money. You had to take BT in a new house. You couldn't get Virgin. Not a problem until they started building new houses. It cut off and wouldn't let me leave. Oh my god, they just wouldn't let you leave Starscream. That's terrible, isn't it? Yeah. I can honestly say I've had good and bad from both, but generally for me, I'd say Virgin Media has definitely, and I mean easily, beaten BT overall. But I could go and speak to my brother and say the exact opposite. You see. I think it's very much a geographic thing, isn't it? When I check the next coffee, grab Steam. Okay, we'll do, Mojo. Oh, I can't. Can I do? I can't, mate, because it crashes my game out, mate. It messes up with my my what's it did. What's that? What's that off with? Game run chain 12. What's that? What's that? You've only played Pillars like a few hours on it, got to the first hand, then you lost interest. Yeah, I mean, I did stick with Pillars for a little bit, but I really did. My fun dissipated a lot faster than I thought it was going to. And the other thing is, actually, if Darth is still there, I feel really bad if he's not now. The other thing about it was that, there's Divinity Original Sin 2 Super Duper Edition's about to release as well, and it's free, isn't it? So if you already own Divinity Original Sin 2, you're getting basically the enhanced edition very shortly through Steam and Good Old Games. So I don't know what the enhancements were, but the original enhancement for Divinity Original Sin, the first one, was they added all voice acting to it. So it was like a really nice upgrade for PC owners. Oh, I see, Harp. Well, you got no choice, have you? Got you. All right, I wonder what game run changed 12. I was like, what's that all about? Check my email. How do I check? What do you mean, my Steam email? All right, well, yeah, all right, okay, we'll do. PlusNet, mate, never had a problem. Always good speeds. I've never tried PlusNet. I don't really know much about them, to be honest. Right, I'll be back in. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. Right, I'm back. So I had to write a birthday card for my mum, otherwise I'm going to miss the post. I'm just logging into my into Steam on my other PC for Mr. Mojo. Just asked me my password. I just put my password in wrong. So we're probably just going to kill my stream now. Steve's going to go, hang on a minute, mate. What are you up to here? Oh my god, dude! Oh, Mr. Mojo, you total freaking god. Oh, well, that makes that. I don't need to go and watch any more footage to make my mind up now, do I? That's that decision made. Oh, mate, Mojo, you're right. Dude, you should have done. We still got to play bloody, what's it called? Pixark yet, mate. That was the only thing that was literally the only reason I wasn't gonna get Code and Exiles just yet was because I knew we needed to play Pixark. Now I've got Pixark and Code and Exiles to play. Oh, whoa, Mojo, thank you so much, dude. We'll have to get a stream of that one in this week, won't we? Oh, nice one, bro. Oh, thanks ever so much, geez. Oh, that's badass, mate. I can have a tinker with that later. I'll see if we can get it all set up with the old Steam controller as well. Oh, dude, that's awesome, mate. Thank you very much, bro. God, no, is it, I'm logged in on Steam in 2 different places now. I just saw something come up about home streaming on the other one as well. Oh God, I just nearly fell off the edge. Jesus, that was close. Where's the nerd pole gone? Yes, it's Grummum's birthday very shortly, so the girlfriend said she'd go and post my card for me, so I just need to write some words of wonderful grummy love. You're right, Daiko. Stalker 2, I know, mate, but what an anticlimax when I saw it. I saw it on the Receptra feed earlier. Is it something like 3 years in development or something? I mean, awesome, dude. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna knock it, but oh, mate. Well, I honestly thought, you know, we're gonna get like Metro Exodus this year, and then on top of that, we were gonna get Stalker 2 later in the year, and then I read it. I thought, oh, come on.
Future sailors, we're future sailors. Electronic castaway, digital stowaway. Cyborg sea dogs, tell me what you dream of, future sailors. Oh yeah, future.
God damn, it's manic today, innit? I'm so sorry, I'm really struggling to keep up today. Thank you very much, Sean. Nice to see you, geezer. Some little cheeky intros there, mate. How you doing, geezer? Bish bash bosh and all that. Hey, cracking picture of the grand ceremony, Sean. You look proper bish bash bosh, Sean. Seriously, mate. You looked the part there, fella. My hat was no pun intended, genuinely off to you there, mate. Congratulations and well done, mate. Well deserved. Very well deserved, man. Proper proud of you, geezer. You the man, bro. You the man. Hey up, shorty. Thank you very much, bro. It is a cheeky resub for a year and an F it off. Thank you very much, Sean. Seriously, bro. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Really do mean it, mate. Always an absolute, a genuine pleasure and a privilege to have you around here, mate. Thank you very much, dude. Let's get some sub love in chat for Sean Baby. Technically the sexiest man in Grumbodia, unless Chicks is around, and then it's a tough call, to be fair. It is a tough call. If Sean's got his fancy hat on, I think Sean just peeps Chicks at the post. What's that? The world's most okayest mom. What's that? You used to work for O2 when they started it with broadband. Felt so bad when people called and they lived in areas that had little to no coverage. Wish I could go lay the cables yourself. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Isn't it really frustrating as well, Starscream? I used to have a friend, he actually quit the taxi business to go and work for a company. It was at the time it was called NTL, mate. And he was making a pretty good killing in the old taxi business. And he reckoned he could earn more doing laying the cables for NTL, believe it or not. And it always made him laugh when he'd get to a street and that was it. There was like literally like a little cul-de-sac, but the cable wouldn't go up the cul-de-sac, mate. It was like, why don't we just stick it up there? You know, we're here, we've got all the gear. You know, there's another 30 houses up there, mate. No, that's where it ends. You can't go past that point. That's the last house on the street. You can't go up the cul-de-sac. And it used to happen all the time, man. Like little like rogue houses just left out. It's just like, why? You'd be so pissed, wouldn't you? You got your mate like literally one door next to you's got like a super duper mega fiber broadband, 300 up, 300 down, and just stuck like some sort of BT copper cable. You're lucky to even get dial-up speeds. Crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy. You don't care the year it gets released. I'm just happy the game is still alive. True, they did say some years ago that they would make, they wouldn't make any more Stalker games. Did they really? Or it was like a game over? Yeah. Who owns the IP then? I mean, there's an interesting question. I mean, who actually owns the Stalker IP? I've got. Oh my god! I tell you what, I've taken some bloody punches today, you know. Yeah, to be honest, mate, Metro Exodus this year, it's just a shame they've announced it so far. It's almost like, oh. It's like, please stop doing that. You know, like if you're going to release a game, tell us like maybe 12 months before release, and then we can get on the hype train, can't we? But yeah, I mean, you're right. The thing is, Dykel, the sad thing is, mate, it doesn't mean to say that we're not going to suddenly hear now that actually we've had to cancel it, does it? You know, 3 years is a hell of a long time in the development world, isn't it? And now we know it's being made, we're all excited. What happens if in, 2 years' time something, terrible happens and they have to cancel it? We'll be heartbroken, won't we? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Are you going to get Metro Exodus, dude? I'm quite excited for that because I know nothing about it other than basically what you told me, Dyke. I will be going into that a complete media blackout on it. I don't want to know anything about it, basically. I thought one of my favourite parts of the Metro world was essentially exploring it. It was a whole new, I suppose, IP, a whole new franchise, a whole new lore to slowly uncover. We'll have to go back and play the first ones. We could probably get through them fairly quickly, I would have thought. Once we know I mean, has Metro Exodus actually got a release date? I know Co mentioned it. In fact, Co mentioned a lot of games while he was playing State of Decay. That's probably another indication that it might not be his game of forever, right? Oh, I see. Oh, I wonder what you meant. I thought you were talking about your mum or something, mate. Got it. It's October, is it? Oh, what? So it's going to be October. That's the same time as Red Dead Redemption, isn't it? Oh, dear. Oh, why are they doing this to me, bro? Yeah, I do. I'll be honest, I think I preferred the first game. Metro, what was the first? Was it Metro 2033 and then Metro Last Light, I think, right? I know the big issue with Metro 2033 when it first came out. I mean, it was actually it kind of toppled Crysis temporarily, didn't it? For PC modders and stress tests. Because for a long time, Crysis had been the one. You know, if you could play Crysis at a good frame rate with good graphical settings, your PC was the dog's balls, wasn't it? And just for a little while, Metro 2033 sort of took the title for that. It had some really interesting post-processing going on that kind of crippled your PC. And I think by the time I got around to playing it, I'd got some half-decent hardware. Because it's quite an old game now, right? I mean, Metro 2033, it's getting on a bit. And I think the first time I played it, I'd actually got some half-decent PC, and I had a lot of fun with it. Very immersive, very creepy game, and I loved what they did with the stealth as well. There was a gun in it, wasn't there? Sort of like a pump-up air rifle, pellety shooting thing, and you had to stop and actually pump the pressure lever, didn't you? I love that. It's like that sort of creeping about, but knowing you couldn't just unleash a volley of silent shots. Quite strategic. Yeah, I've got some more. I've actually got some more on the bike, so I don't even know why I'm in here at the minute. I've got all sorts going on in the house. The girlfriend's trying to get this card wrestled out of my hand. You got Nando's and Deadpool tonight, I mean. Oh, mate. Living the dream, bro. What are you going to have from Nando's, fella? Don't forget, you got to try their ratatouille, mate. Nando's ratatouille. Oh, it's so good, geezer. Love that stuff. Oh, right. Oh, sorry, got you, Dyker guy. I didn't realise that was in pre-production, actually, mate. So the Stalker IP is actually owned by a company called GSC, which is a Ukrainian private company. Ooh, so it's not owned by any of the big wigs then. Where's my drop boxes? Here we go. Yeah, we'll have to go back and play them. Like I said, I don't mind going back and playing that sort of stuff. I'd really like to go back and play the Wolfenstein, the first one. I'm not too worried about the second one. In fact, isn't there a new Wolfenstein coming out, or a Wolfenstein DLC later this month? Oh, there's something else out later this month as well, isn't there? I remember reading about it yesterday. Oh, God, what is it? What's the really big game that's releasing at the end of this month, guys? Oh, Jesus. Keep that. Are they all 3 boxes full? Are you having a laugh? No way, dude. Really? Just from 2 POIs? That is insane. Oh my God. Well, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let me have a quick look. Let me just quick look at my release calendar, because I've actually started making notes. I always used to know exactly when what was coming out. Let's have a quick look. There's the Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition, which I don't really know what exactly that is. Oh, it's Detroit. Detroit Become Human on the 25th of May, which is obviously a PlayStation exclusive. It's the new David Cage one, isn't it? And then I think in June there's Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, but I don't really know what that is. I don't know if that's like a DLC or what. And then Crackdown 3 is coming out on Xbox as well, isn't it? It'd be interesting to see what they make of that, because Crackdown was originally quite a good game, but Microsoft seems to be systematically killing all of their big IPs at the minute, don't they? Where's my... There we go. Here's McGlashan. Oh, little cheeky burp emanated from the old gob there. Nice eggy burp. Not really. Although I have had an egg. And my 5 peanuts. Living the dream, mate. What's a Nando? You don't know what a Nando's is? Come on. You don't know what Nando's is? You don't have Nando's over there? Nando's is basically sort of like a piri-piri chicken outlet. So they sort of grill your chicken on an open flame in the restaurant, and they have something called their Nando sauce. It's basically a piri-piri style sauce. They cook the chicken in it. You can have it like hot or spicy or medium, and then on top of that you can also smother it in the sauce on the table. But they also do some really nice little extras with it, one of them being the ratatouille, which is just absolutely gorgeous. They do something very weird and magical to a courgette. I'm not a particularly huge fan of courgettes, but the courgette in the Nando's ratatouille is to die for. We could die horribly here. Oh my God. Load fella. Didn't we have actually, wasn't there a body out here that had some really good loot on it? There we go, bish bash bosh. Yeah, what is it, Daikoi? Can you elaborate on exactly? I didn't get a chance to really dig into all the games. I was just making a list of all the things I was sort of interested in. Is it just like a definitive edition? Is it like with all the DLC and a couple of extra bells and whistles and things like that? I mean, it's not actually a new game, right? Or is it? Try the ratatouille, Owen. Treat yourself to a little bowl of the ratatouille. Let me know, mate. I literally, I mean, I like the super spicy Nando's sauce, and to be honest, mate, with the ratatouille, I don't even put that much sauce on it because I just love the flavour of it. It's really nice with the chicken, mate. Really nice. Infinity War and Deadpool 2 in the weekend with sis and the kids. So hard. Oh my God, Daikoi, you got a busy one, mate. How's little baby going, Daikoi? All well? I'm going to assume so. You're right, Elegant. Welcome back, mate. Beyond Two Souls is from PlayStation Network. Yeah, I've got that. Really good game. I'm quite excited for Detroit. Might think about getting it. Might think about getting it. I loved Beyond Two Souls. I loved Heavy Rain in particular. I thought that was a fantastic game, especially when you consider when it came out. Yeah, Piri is that Nando's Piri sauce is, I've got to admit, it's very nice. The beautiful thing about the Piri sauce is, well, if you do like it, they actually sell it in most supermarkets as well, and it is really nice just to add a little bit of a twang to. At the moment, I'm sort of making Mexican rice and a little bit of sort of grilled chicken just popped into it, and I have it on a bed of spinach leaves, and I basically put the spinach on the plate, add the sort of Mexican style flavoured rice to it. Then I throw the chicken into it, and then just drizzle Nando's spicy sauce all over the top. Not a huge amount. And that's a really nice meal, that is. Really nice. You go for the mango and lime, do you? I've never touched it, mate. I like my spicy stuff too much. So it's a lot of added stuff, the weapon add-ons, cosmetic stuff like the armors and weapons. Okay. Long legs is doing all right. Good. Pleased to hear it, mate. Is that the official name? The new addition to the family. Granny D and long legs. How is he said that you went to see her, Granny D. Daiko, how is she, mate? You right, Phase Ghoul? Really, Owen? Oh, I see. I like the extra hot. It's perfect for me. That is like the perfect spicy heat. I absolutely adore it, mate. I can almost make a soup out of that sauce, man. I love it. Absolutely adore it. I like my super spicy. You right, Veximus? You right, Big K? I can't imagine having the mango and lime if I went to Nando's. I'd say I'll make you a deal then, Owen. Next time I go to Nando's, God knows when that will be. I will have a little cheeky try of the lime if you try the ratatouille, fella. That's it. We'll spit on it, right? not on your mango and lime. I recently started drinking a bit of mango juice. I'm trying to think who it is that makes it. It's not Ribena. I know there's a Lucozade one, like mango and something. I don't drink that much Lucozade. I can't remember the brand, but it's mango and orange, I think. Mango and something citrus. And it's really nice. It's a really nice drink because I like my fresh cranberry juice as well. Fresh cranberry juice, mango and orange. Not all together, obviously. Good. Pleased to hear it, Dykel. Pleased to hear it, man. They're making... We've actually got one literally being made, half one. I was talking about it a while back, and I actually thought it had actually opened. In fact, another restaurant has opened that actually started works on their property way before the gourmet burger place did. We've got one that should be coming, if you like, online to actually go in and eat any week now. Ooh. A lime milkshake. See, that sounds really weird, but I'd give it a go, mate. You know, I'm not a massive milkshake fan. I don't like, say, strawberry milkshake. Really don't like that, but I do like a chocolate milkshake. You know, the ones that I like, so McDonald's used to do them. I think it was a chocolate milkshake that had like little bits of Malteser in. It was either McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I used to, rather than actually having like the meal, I used to occasionally treat myself to one of those. Really nice. Well, you can almost taste the crunchiness in it. It's gorgeous. I don't think it's Robinson's. No, it's not a cordial. It's like it's like a Del Monte. It's like a Del Monte brand. You like a fresh mango, fresh orange kind of mix rather than a dilutable cordial. I'll have a look. I've probably got one still left in the cupboard somewhere. Very nice though. Very nice. Oh, it could be Tropicana actually. Yeah, you might have hit the nail on the head there, Mojo. It's a big brand. I mean, it is a big brand. I know it's not Del Monte. Oh, Mojo, yes, thank you. Seriously, I don't know if you were in chat, mate. Thank you so much for Conan, dude. Seriously, bro. Thank you very, very much, man. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Lime milkshakes and the dog's bollocks. You like the Swiss bandages? We had a long chat about the Swiss flag, actually, when we built the Toblerone. I seem to recall taking the piss out of it a little bit. It's nothing can use you out. Oh, is that what they were? The Crush'ems. That's the ones, mate. That's the ones. Crush'ems. Yeah. Was it KFC, not McDonald's? Oh, they were really nice, mate. Really nice. Yeah, something, isn't there? You alright, Van? I don't have first aid kits. Yeah. They nerfed my my paracetamol, Elegon. They added negative wellness to paracetamol. I was somewhat enraged by it, to be honest. Look, check it out, bro. Minus 0.1 wellness. How dare they, sir? Is it square? What, is your flag actually square and not a rectangle? Is it really? What a bunch of knobbers. That's something that didn't come up in chat, actually, Elegon. I did my best with the Toblerone. I really did. I really tried, mate. Everyone thought I was creating a monster, and then by the end of it, they were all... Actually, that's pretty good. We got some very positive feedback on Twitter about that, mate. I tell you. So your flag is actually supposed to be a square? It's actually not a rectangular flag. So if you were to make your flag and stick it on a stick, it would actually be a square piece of paper and not a rectangular piece of paper. Is that right? Am I reading between the lines correctly? Why? What's that about? Why have you got to be different? What's so special about you that you get a square flag, eh? The Danish flag. Wasn't that the whole discussion? Didn't I keep getting confused between the Danish and the Swiss flag? In fact, didn't we sort of technically end up with the Danish flag? So it is. I tell you what, the things I learned on this channel astound me. I did not know that, Amazon. I have no idea, mate.
You know I love you. Oh, with my graveyard love.
As things, chicks, they make a lot of mistakes about which way is up, forwards, and backwards. So they just made it a square. that makes a lot more sense now. It was you, wasn't it, Elegon? You kept getting confused, didn't you, fella? No, there's nothing wrong with the Danish flag. We kept getting the Danish flag and the Swiss flag mixed up, mate. People kept doing like a little emote in chat, which I thought was the Swiss flag, and it turned out to be the Danish flag when we built the Toblerone, you see. I think we ended up with the Danish flag, technically. There's some nice loot there, actually. Where do we park? I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go... God, we're trying to find a tenderizer, aren't we? When's the next horde, guys? The last one would have been 210 to 270. Is that right? So 224? Is that right? Something like that. I don't think we're far from a... I wonder how much a Conan... Yeah, I wonder if Lee's still in chat. I wonder how much Lee paid for his Conan serve. I feel really bad. I missed Darth earlier. He asked a really quite an interesting question about Divinity Original Sin. Yeah, we've got bits, haven't we? We got bits. I got nowhere to put the bits, bro. We'll pop on that. No interest in that whatsoever. I'd like to keep the vodka and things, I think. Tomato I don't need. The weed I don't need. The coffee I don't need. That can get scrapped. 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 There we go. And also that can come out. Go on. Go on. Treat me. Treat me. Gimme. Come on. Food and drink. You're having a laugh. Oh my god. You couldn't make it up, could you? Get out of there. Oh my god. We got 500 wrench. Check that out. That's gorgeous. Wow. That is really good. Let's go and have a little look in. So the hostel's pretty much done, right? Let's go and have a look at that house over there, and then we'll make our way towards the fire station. Right, here we go. Let's just, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have another paracetamol, why not? Have some more food. Yeah, I'm on it. Another one of those. Then we're gonna be down to goldenrod, aren't we? Which is a shame. We're out of veggie drinks. Oh well, never mind. Never mind, sir, never mind. I was gonna say, I just saw something out the corner of my eye then. Oh my god, Grum. Aha! Yeah, to be honest, no, I didn't do the most efficient job there, no. Oh my lord! Oh god! That's bad! Oh you jammy git! How you doing, Juppy? As things be, old mucker. How's little ones today, Juppy? Are they behaving? Take the bookcase. Whammy up, nobody knows. Let's take that down there. Oh god damn it! Oh, what happened then? What happened? Did my wrench just shoot? What the hell? Oh! Look at that. That's gross, isn't it? Bit of a better start to the day today, Juppy. Good. Pleased to hear it, mate. Pleased to hear it. Did it all work out alright in the end yesterday? Oh, what's that there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Come on, give me tenderizer. Oh, thank you for the bits, Owen. Thank you for the bits, dude. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits. Oh, hang on. I did not shoot my load prematurely, no. Not yet, anyway. Work it up to it. Work it up to it. Self-control, you see. An hour late. Ooh, they get in trouble for that. Or? Probably get a fine in the UK if you turn up late for school. Kids there dragging their heels. Mum and Dad get a 50 quid fine, no doubt. I don't muck about over here, I tell you. sounds quiet. Sounds very quiet. I think we'll be alright. Nice little loot stuff. I think the fire station has got like 0 chance of having a tenderizer, to be fair. But we'll go and hit it and see what else we can find. Oh, get me. Oh, hey up, darling. Look at that. Oh, she looks beautiful. My favourite little zombie. Well, we got good loot. We just didn't get anything that we actually need. Well, not desperately need anyway. He's still grounded in. Lesson learnt, Juppy. That'll teach you, little bugger. Oh, that's so naughty, McGlash. And how long did you get away with that for? I think I did try that once. I'm pretty sure I did try it once and got just caught like a kipper. I remember a vague recollection of... I don't know if I went through with it, I think. If I remember it. Yeah, I'm sure I put thought into it and actually put pen to paper, but I don't think I ever actually followed through and handed it in or anything. Yeah. So I should imagine I'd have had a jolly good thrashing if I'd been caught. So I don't remember that. So I suppose we've probably all thought about it, haven't we? I used to skive a fair bit, but not until later on, I suppose, when you didn't have to go to lessons. More sort of sixth form stroke university, I suppose. God damn, not a single sleeper. I find that very, very hard to believe. Isn't that weird? You right, Shelbs? How you doing, mate? All the way through school, McGlash. Really? Well, they never sort of can't knock. That's terrible, mate. They've always been ever so strict in the UK. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people have got away with it, but they take all that stuff very seriously, don't they? You got caught and your ass hurt for days. Yeah, I remember this table in the kitchen. It was like a really weird. I can't remember what the actual table itself was like. I know the underbelly of it was kind of like white, and it was actually bench. It was actually like 2 benches either side. It wasn't actually individual chairs. And I remember on a couple of occasions I got bent over that bench. It was like an orange, had like an orangey top to it. That's a blast from the past thinking about that. I remember getting my ass absolutely paddled once. God knows what I'd done. I can't remember what I did, but absolutely hammered, mate. You'd get arrested as a parent now, wouldn't you? Jesus, you wouldn't dare touch a child in this day and age. My OneDrive just popped up. What does it do? Does my OneDrive pop up when somebody else is accessing something else on OneDrive? It annoys me when it does that. Actually, let's go to court. Jesus. Well, I take it as in mom and dad went to court, was it? Or God, you must have been. Oh my God, we just got a 591 wrench now. Bloody hell. Day for wrenches. It's teasing me, isn't it? We've got all these wrenches. All I need is a damn tenderizer, please. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You cheeky breakers. You cheeky breakers. Oh my God, McGlash. He was just there, was he? I do remember when I was a smoker. And I remember my... well, it was actually quite a few occasions, to be fair. But I remember the first time when I was having a cigarette. Oh, wait, one sec.
Hello?
Sorry about that. It's alright. I had to sort out this bits and bobs for the card for Grum. We is back. We's back. He's back from the dead with a shaved head. Right. Where are we going? Let's get up there as well. I'm not going to leave any of these. You never know, do you? Oh, there's a big ass safe there. Oh, hang on, I've got, sod it. I've got loads of those lockpicks, but to be honest, the lockpicks are a bit redundant at this stage in the game. It's almost as quick just to hack through the safe itself, isn't it? Sean was around earlier, Chicks, yeah. How are you doing, Chicks? How's things, bro? Sean's been a lurking, mate. He's been lurking. You all set, ready for the weekend, Chicks? You're chill time with professors. You do mix with a very elite crowd, don't you, Chicks and Sean? God damn. There we go. Tell you what, I'll come and spend a weekend with the prof, so you can have a weekend with Big Baz, alright, mate? Okay. You'll have to take him hunting for me, Chicks. Oofing around the wilderness, sweating buckets. Is it time for a beer yet? Shut it, Baz! Oh dear. I'm gonna get in some trouble. Got it all packed away, have you, Chicks? Okay, I think that's it. Oh, there's one over there, look. Check them all, and then we... Oh, is that another safe? Yeah. It's never quite right. It's either too dark or too light or too bright, isn't it? There's never that happy intermediary with set those. God damn do. Dang ding dang doos. So who wants to see a little bit of Conan Exiles then? Has anybody got any interest in it? Wonder if we can get some sexy pants. I wonder what the armour's like in it. I fancy some sexy Conan loincloths. I don't know, chicks. I don't know, mate. I'm off the alcohol now for... I think we said I was going to have a... What is it in October? What's happening in October? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually completely off the alcohol now until October. Middle of October, sir. Not that I've been drinking a lot. It's just that it's summertime, and I do like a little tipple in the summer. But I'm hoping this year I will be able to get back out there. The running, the cycling, and the swimming. So this month and next month is just, you know, take it easy. Get everything all prepped and ready, and we should be good to go. So I'll be back on my normal, quite strict. Well, it's not a diet. I'm not trying to lose weight, but quite strict regime food-wise, of which alcohol has no place, I'm afraid. None at all. We've got a big family do in October, so I may treat myself to a cigar. And maybe a single shot of someone's, because I ain't buying a bottle, so someone's expensive Scotch whiskey. We'll see who can wangle to buy a bottle. I'm not buying a full bottle, sod that. You're right, Jelly Pop. What's that? You're sick of it. What of Conan? What, have you been playing it, have you, mate? Are you not a Conan Exiles fan, sir? I was gonna say, didn't there used to be an actual, like, munitions box here? This is the police station, right? Oh! Oops. You're actually off for 2 days, are you, Mojo? Ooh, sir. I might actually play as a femme fatale in it, rather than... I fancy looking at someone's arse for a little bit. I've recently been modding Skyrim, and I've got a lovely butt to watch when I'm modding and looking at various animations. I've become rather partial to the female rear over recent days. I may create a grummy femme fatale. Finally got yourself to Alcoholics Anonymous after the incident with a tree. It don't take me a lot, so at the best of times, mate. It's not like I'll be giving up anything, to be quite honest. I'll just be giving up, like, getting lost. one pint of lager and Grum walks out the door. Wait, see him for a fortnight. Has he got his sat-nav with him? Oh, God. It's easier for me just to either be having the odd one or just say, nah, just don't touch it for a few months at all. I'll probably, to be honest, mate, if I get back, if everything's good and I can actually get back into my normal routine that has now been somewhat completely shattered for nigh on 18 months. I was thinking about this the other day. Although last year was a rough year, it was a really bad year for me in terms of actually getting out and about again. I probably ran something like 20% the number of miles that I would have ran the year before last year. Like hardly, just constantly, just one thing after another, or just really busy. So to be honest, mate, if things go the way I'm absolutely determined not to have any further injuries, then I seriously suspect that I probably will never touch alcohol again. Very good chance. Like I said, maybe in October for a very, very special family occasion. I might just have a single shot, and to be honest, I'll probably have a sip of it, you know, as I spark up the cigar, and probably leave the rest of it, mate. I don't really miss the stuff, mate. To be fair, it's not something that's oh God. They don't necessarily add much fun to anything for me. I do like I say that, but I do like a cold drink. But I can just as easily have a cold bloody Coke, to be honest. I just don't like paying for Coca-Cola when I can have a pint of something. You know, a pint of like cold cider, pear cider or something. It feels like you're getting ripped off, doesn't it? Where the hell is my drop box? It's over there, isn't it? What's that? You've got to the point where I have so much crap to do that I can maybe drink 1 to 2 at a night. Then it's time for unpacking and then sleep. This weekend will be another story. You're gonna hit the whiskey this weekend, aren't you, mate? I think my drinking days from as being a young man, I know I'll never be able to go back to that. And, therefore, it's not the same, mate. I used to bloody enjoy it, I tell you. I really did enjoy it. Come here, me little darling. Ooh, cheeky monkey. We're gonna have to put some thought into getting out and getting some coal and nitrate, aren't we? We've got, oh, what was Tony's mine? Tony's mine was nitrate, wasn't it? So actually, we've already got a nitrate. Whoa, it looked like it took off then. Okay. Let me just pop those in there. Really, darling? You were not there a minute ago, were you? You are such a cheaty McCheaty. Oh, that was the other thing I noticed in State of Decay. I don't know how many of you have been watching it, but I can't remember which streamer it was that pointed it out. And once they pointed it out, it was actually really taking the piss. It was either Lyric or Co. It wasn't Dan. It was one of them. I'm pretty sure it was Lyric. He mentions, in fact, it was because I remember Shorty laughing. He mentioned something about how the zombies were spawning in, and how it seemed to be you weren't. I think someone had said something along the lines of, "Oh, you know, you keep spawning zombies, by because you're going loud and all the rest of it." And obviously they knew that, and I think someone had said something along the lines of, "It's attracting zombies." But it wasn't. It was literally just spawning in zombies. It's almost like you could go bang, 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 and shoot off like a load of rapid rounds. You could literally almost see zombies just spawning in around you. It was like, what the hell, dude? Definitely a janky game and loads of glitches. I saw more glitches yesterday than I did the day before. I think the further that people are getting into the game, the worse it's performing. Shame. It's definitely a shame. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We definitely want things like this 500 cotton. In fact, I have no idea why we've got so much of that. I can only... Maybe because of the beds? Maybe? Do we get lots of cotton from wrenching a bed out? Possibly. Seems a crazy amount though, doesn't it? Hey, oh, what's that? Oh, I've got a boomstick shotgun, lads. Ooh, a boomstick. Take it, that's pretty good, right? 2 more shotties. God damn, dude. Have to take the shotties with us, don't we? Scrap that. Scrap that. Oh, God! Balls, 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 balls. Knobber. Oh! Tingles down. Oh, my God! Knobber! Oh, my God, dude! Sodding hell! Oh, my lordy McLordy balls. Oh! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, grummy. Grummy, grummy, grummy. They've all come to play, look. My testicles bring all the zombies to the yard, look. I didn't talc up this morning, so. Oh, cheeky monkey, look at that. Oh, busted, look, how can you do that? That's cheating, darling. Look at these, yeah, little monkeys, you little bloody monkeys. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Grubby, grubby!
Where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? All on that day, will I run to the rock?
That's not a rock. I couldn't find a rock, Sadie. There's no bloody rocks, mate. How you doing, bro? How's things, mum? All good? God damn. What if I'm actually gaining in armor, even though my armor is broken? There's an interesting one. Has anyone ever, you know? The armor doesn't, well, it's knackered, right? 0%. But if I'm getting hit, am I still gaining armor? Armor skill or not? Anyone know? No. Don't even know what that is actually, Serenity. They're everywhere, look. They are literally everywhere. What's that? Bash the trash at the bottom of the stairs? What? Oh, I don't know where that was, mate. Sorry, man. Where was I when you said that? We might as well. We need to go back, don't we? I've got so much shit. It's just like unbelievable, man. We have got just so much stuff, bro. Right, let's go through it. Let's go and loot this little lot, just in case. You never know, do you? You never know, mate. I'd like to think so, Vanguard. I mean, it's not like it's the only piece of armor I've got. I mean, I have got, you know, the leg armor, the you know, the foot armor, the hand armor, or whatever. So I'm hoping I am still gaining skill, isn't it? That's why I'm not too worried about getting hit. I think Smetanlock pointing out that my chest armor was broken, which I hadn't realised. So that's probably why that white nearly took me out. Need to be a bit more careful. I said a couple of days ago, well, I don't mind getting hit now. We can take a bit of a punch, get that armor skill up, and then hopefully, I'm hoping it might help in the Raven zone to some degree. Don't know what's out there, but. Yeah, you were right, Zar. Cheeky little wandering forward, fella. Is that what it was? All the beds? Yeah. Makes sense. Didn't realise you got so much from a bed. Does make sense. Springs and cotton, maybe? Looty McLooty. Choppity, but choppity. Okay, so let's scrap that. Anything else we can throw in there? Scrap that, scrap that, scrap that. Scrap that. We'll take, again, I suppose I haven't even really got a need taking knowledge points even, right? What's that there? Is that just a blank slot? Definitely going to want the bottles and things, aren't I? Get rid of it. Okay, right, let's go through. So what are we going to want to take back? I'm not worried about that. We'll take that, we'll take that. Not worried about lockpicks, they've become redundant. Purple we'll take, yes. Cheese I'll take, even though I don't think we're going to fit it in the box. But cotton we want. That we want, that we want, that we want, that we want. Money we'll take. Sorry, I don't need cash. Let's leave it. Picture, yes, yes. Spare tyres, perhaps. Brass will take. Oh, okay, what else you got? Yes. 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 Yeah. Let's go and throw. Shotgun, brass, ammo, glue, gold, shotgun. Take that and that. That we definitely want. Brass. And bottles. Yes, yes. anything else you think that we can take that for shotgun shells, can't we? Oh my god, how many really? Oh my lord. I hardly looted anything. There's only like 2 buildings we looted. It's insane. Go. Brass, brass, brass. That could go. That stack it. Weapons, 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 weapons. Purple shotty, shotty, shotty ammo. Take some beer just because Chicks is in chat. Brass, brass, brass. Ink. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so as long as we've not left any bottles or clay bowls, I'm reasonably happy. I think I'm going to take the sugar and stuff. Oh, I'm infected. I might as well take that then. Perfect. 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 Take that. Alright. Nothing. Oh, I suppose we could take the syringes. Cute. Any more bottles kicking them out? No, need to take those and that. Stack. I think that'll do us, guys. Let's get out of here. How far is home? I don't even know where we are. Jesus. Let's go. Let's do this. Where's my little marker? North and west, so kind of in that direction. Let's do this. I've actually been quite annoyed today. I've actually got pants on. I've got full-blown pants, mate. Like actual, like I'm not even lying, mate. Trouser-style pants. I'm not even talking about just like boxer shorts. Like all the way down to my ankles. Trouser pants, mate. Have you ever heard anything like it? Streaming with clothes on, dude. It's unprecedented, mate. I don't know what. It's because I came flying in from outside. I decided to protect my leg, so I didn't wear shorts today. Did I add any skill points to Secret Stash? I added 1. So I've got 2 out of 3. So 2 out of 3, mate. Yeah, I didn't realize how much cotton we got there, McGlashan. It seems like I got about 800 cotton out of... Yeah, I mean, I know we rented a fair few bunk beds, but... So it's supposed to allow you into the captain show on the Enterprise. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, it sounds like the VR one that I've heard about. I don't know if it's a... Is that not a tech demo as opposed to a game, though? I know there's something to do with the Star Trek Bridge, which was, like I said, a VR release. I think it was on Oculus originally, wasn't it? I wasn't sure if you meant like a fully fledged game or something, Serenity. No, shorts, Doc. Shorts all year round, mate. I know. I don't know, Zar. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to get changed. You see, I thought I've got to look after the leg, mate. I'm actually, you know, being careful at the minute, dude. I didn't want to get any stitches or anything caught. Not that there's any stitches left. I think that's a good thing, though, right? Oh dear. Welcome back, Elagob. You right, Sway? How you doing, geezer? I'd say hello to you, Doc, but I actually had quite a conversation with you this morning, fella. I mistook you for Dayhawk, I'm afraid. In fact, congratulations on the weight loss, Doc. I don't know how it happened, dude. It's because your names begin with a D, they're the same colour, and they're a similar length. And somehow... I was having quite a conversation with you earlier, Doc. Oh, It's a propaganda. You got it from Amazon. You read upon the Panther article. Very interesting and promising. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's. Well, I don't know whether it's promising, but it at least it's an insight into what they're aiming for. I still think the move to have no PvP, or at least very little focus on PvP, could hurt them. But I don't know enough about it. You know, is there going to be any PvP? I don't know. Because I do like PvP in my MMOs. Whether or not it be a more consensual battleground arena style as opposed to open world, I don't know. I kind of miss the days of Felucca in Ultima Online. It gave you something to work towards, a real sense of danger, but. Because you're both awesome, chicks. It's that simple, mate. It's because you're both borderline godlike in my eyes, you see. I was talking about it earlier. It's so hard to separate the two of you in my mind's eye, you see. And that's why, fella. You're incomparable to anything else out there, mate. It's scary. It's very scary, sir. A little under pressure. Oh. Oh, was that I thought that was a supply box there, then. God, I hate that humming noise. God, it's awful. How the hell Big K can spend all his time out here is beyond me. That haunting electrical hum. Oh, it'll drive you mad. I remember watching something. It was really, really good show. And I don't know whether it was actually... What was that... What was that program a lot of us were watching? It's got, is it Black something? It's kind of like short stories, but quite scary short stories. Like one of them was VR, like a VR themed one, which was very cleverly done. I'm sure it was that program. And there was, well, one of these short stories was about a guy who, he started off with like, I won't ruin it for you, but I'll try and keep it relatively spoiler free. He heard a hum like you hear in the wasteland. So he lived in an apartment, and then one day he could hear this very, very low tone hum. He didn't really think much of it, and then it got worse over time, and it essentially escalated to a point where he was doing things. That's all I'll say. Black Mirror, yeah, Black Mirror, that was it. I think it was one of the Black Mirror episodes. I thought that was really haunting, really haunting. It's got a very clever ending to it as well. But yeah, imagine having that kind of constant noise, and imagine it getting worse and worse and worse. I used to have a girlfriend who had really bad, is it called tinnitus? Tinnitus, that ringing in your ears. I think we all get it. I know I occasionally get it. But it literally, it's like almost like someone's banged, say, a cymbal, but it's not the cymbal noise. But you know how the cymbal sound dissipates over time? And quite quickly. It's almost like that. It's a ringing, but it's over almost straight away. You know, so sometimes at most about 20-25 seconds. But she used to get it all the time. And how the hell you could live without it? Oh my god. I hate it when I get it just for a few seconds. Is it called tinnitus or tinnitus? I don't know what the correct pronunciation. I'm sure we used to call it tinnitus, but... whether or not that was it. She went on to be a doctor. Another girlfriend, actually. Yeah, she went on to be... she was a breast cancer specialist. She works in London now. Goes to show, doesn't it, eh? You right, Yeti? How you doing, bro? The Social Network episode. Yes, I know which one you mean. Yeah, very good. There were some really good Black Mirrors, mate. Really, really good Black Mirrors. I watched the first season, or I think maybe the first couple of 3 of the first season, and I genuinely didn't really fancy it. It felt a little bit wishy-washy to me. And then I think Elagod had mentioned something about a VR one, or a VR style theme. They're a bit different to just having a headset. And I went and watched that and absolutely loved it. And then there was another one as well. I can't remember. There was another really, really good one. I know Z and everyone was talking about it. It was like a really, really popular Black Mirror episode. I can't remember the theme of it. But Yeah, it kind of rekindled my interest in the show, and I actually went back and watched the full season two. I don't think I went back and watched the first one, but I watched season 2, 3 onwards. Good program actually. Got some really good tales there. There were a couple that I genuinely felt like would have, you know, if they'd fleshed it out a bit, could easily have made for a really good feature-length film. You know, got some really cool ideas. I quite like the one with the museum as well. The evil, dark, spooky museum out in the middle of nowhere, and it's actually a tale of revenge. I thought that was a good one. Tinnitus, the way you say it, yeah. Tinnitus, yeah. Tinnitus. You thinking about getting VR Serenity? I don't blame you, mate. I wish I could, fella. You're right, always sin. You're right, Kaiser. Which one you thinking of getting, Serenity? Sorry, I'm just having my coffee, guys. Hello, Andy. I think Oculus have released a new one, haven't they? It was kind of like a stealth release. It's basically a replacement for what was essentially the phone version of VR, wasn't it? I think is it something like $200? So it's quite cheap. And it's a step up from those Samsung headset things where you slot your phone into it. It's actually it's not bad spec on it actually. I think that's Oculus's latest. I should imagine Oculus will have quite a nice revision, either later this year or early next year, I would have thought. I thought it might be Yeti, yeah. Zara saw it yesterday. In fact, a few people saw it yesterday, didn't they? Really? You gave up after one episode? Oh, that's shocking, mate. That's shocking. I like Daikoi's attitude towards things like that. I think he said 3 or 4 episodes before you can genuinely make your mind up. I think after one episode, that's just being brutal, Doc. That's nice. That is seriously tasty. A good Cooper Kofi. You've not even met Dr. Smith then, have you, for God's sake, dude? I actually thought the dad was pretty cool. The dad starts off being one person and very much becomes... there's good character development with the dad. And I like the sort of wise-cracking girl. I thought she actually plays quite a comedic element within the family. I think she's actually quite well done. What are you looking at getting, Serenity? What, you're gonna do like stream VR? Is that something you're talking about, Serenity, or have I misinterpreted that, mate? He's not like that game. I think you've just jumped to all the wrong conclusions, like you did with Gotham. Personally, that's the way I feel. The kid isn't a smart arse at all. In fact, it's weird that you say that. That you say that Will is a smart arse. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth, dude. I can't say anything without dropping a spoiler, fella. Literally nothing could be further from the truth about Will being a smart arse. He literally plays the exact opposite of that, of what you've said there, mate. So I really don't understand that. I really cannot get my head around it. I can't recall the first episode, but so much of the core plot is about... How can I say this without dropping a clang? It is about why Will is there when... I can't say any more, Doc. But you've literally grabbed the proverbial wrong end of the stick, mate. Completely. You have never been so wrong about anything ever in a Netflix program. And if you carry on watching, you'll know why. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, there's nothing I can do to convince you, but Yeah, you've literally, you could not have misinterpreted a character's place within the family more so. It's staggering that you've picked that up from watching an episode. Are you sure you're watching the right program, mate? Oh dear. Right, let's get everything put away. Food, 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 food. That's going to be decorating, isn't it? Throw these in here. All right, let's. How are we doing? So shotguns. So if we put shotguns up on the top, all the shotguns can go downstairs, can't they? So can all of this and this. But yeah, I think for Lost in Space, I did struggle with one of the characters a lot, and I still can't make up my mind whether she was just brilliantly cast or not. It was a little bit like I mean, I have to say I really struggled with Altered Carbon, the main character. I felt this really horrendous lack of I don't know. He it's so hard to talk about things without dropping a spoiler in it. I mean, I suppose it's not a spoiler. I mean, we know about what are they called, sleeves, right? So I mean, if I just say the word sleeves, I suppose that's somewhat avoiding the topic a little bit. But he genuinely did feel like he was not him. It felt like I was watching somebody actually playing a character. Does that make sense? Rather than watching, you know, if you watch, say, Anthony Hopkins, you don't see Anthony Hopkins, do you? You see the character he's playing. You know, same with Jack Nicholson. Although it's blatantly obvious that it is Jack Nicholson, you start to take on board the character, don't you? You understand who the character is, and you stop seeing Jack Nicholson. Whereas with Altered Carbon, all I could see was the actor. The actor just stuck out like a sore thumb to me. It felt, and I know this is going to sound really corny, it felt like somebody in the wrong skin. And if that's really, really, really what they set out to do, I can only commend them for coming up with a brilliant, brilliant actor that just fitted the part so stupendously well that a round of applause to them. But I don't know if that was the case. I really don't. Maybe he was just a horribly mismatched person, but obviously we know that the character wasn't the person in the skin, don't we? That's the whole point in the skins, the shrouds, whatever they called them. So I still don't know whether it was one of the greatest casting successes of all time, or whether it was just a complete fluke. Because it really irritated me. I really, really struggled to believe that he was who he was. It felt very disassociated from the character. You know, he was talking the talk, but he wasn't walking the walk. But that's the whole point in Altered Carbon. So, like I said, they either struck gold with that, or I'm giving them way more credit than they're due. Oh, thank you for the follow, Omega. Thank you very much, mate. What's the normal loadout down here? What am I missing? It's that and that, isn't it? So the thing we are missing is vegetable juice. Lots and lots of vegetable juice. Yeah, I struggled a little bit with Altered Carbon as a result of that. I'm glad I stuck with it. I'm more annoyed at myself for taking a break. When's that? When's Westworld out? Westworld's due fairly shortly, isn't it? I don't know if I'm going to enjoy the second season of Westworld. I found Westworld one of those ones that I said at the time, it was so slow burning at the start. It was like they were telling us the same thing over and over and over. It was like, just get on with it now. And I know what you know Westworld is about. I know who the lead characters are. Can we just get on with some actual plot mechanics there? And it just seemed to drag on for episode after episode. It did pick up though. Oh, hang on, what did I just chuck in there? That's a lot of feathers, bro. That is a lot of feathers. Let's see if we can stack those. We've got any gaps of 4? Gap of 3, gap of 4. More stacks of 4. Yeah, there's another one there. Oh, dude. Whoa. That's crazy. Hang on, wrong way, dude. Wrong way. Put that up there. There we go. One more for the shotguns, perhaps. So if I scrap, 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 and scrap. Jeez, what are we going to do? I almost need another box. Have we got anything else that we can use as a storage container down here? What's that? Why is that all the way over there? Is that just because it's... Well, we don't need it, do we? I could have a little cheeky overflow. I don't mind a little bit of overflow. Oh, no, hang on. Bookcase was overflow, wasn't it? In fact, I could probably make one of those super duper bookcases now that's got like a huge amount of inventory, right? 5, 4, 3. Take the shotgun upstairs. And that can go over there. That's it. So we just got the bike to do, haven't we? Let me crack on with me. You like that, SCR? That's from that's courtesy of Knife Juggler. We got all sorts of animations now, SCR. It's part of the plot, Doc. Trust us. It all will be. It will. Yeah. It's kind of. Yeah. You skipped a few episodes. You're a lost cause, Doc. You're a lost cause. You're missing out on a good one, I think, mate. I think it's got the potential to be quite a good show. Don't forget, it's the very first one, Doc, as well. You know, they've got to crack on with it, keep you interested, because it's not even Lost in Space yet, is it? When you think about it, it's not a legit Lost in Space. And again, I can't see anything else. You're right, Ghost Pete. Brought yourself a new headset and mouse, Corsair VOD Pro headset and Corsair Scimitar Pro mouse. Damn, they are nice. Nice one, dude. Nice one. It's always nice getting new gear, isn't it? You're right, Seasider. How are you doing, fella? You saw Smith. Oh, God, she's so annoying, Doc. She's another one of those ones where I don't know if she's one of the most brilliantly cast casting examples in Netflix history, mate. Because she literally makes me want to tear my eyeballs out. I can't stand the woman, but there's another personal reason why I can't stand that woman. And I won't go into it, but yeah, God, I hate her. I detest her whenever she's on the screen, mate. Westworld's already out, is it? 4 episodes in, and it's awesome. Good. I'll probably wait until it's all finished. I'll probably have to binge watch Westworld, to be honest. I can get that, so yeah, I can get that. I really struggled to get through. I think around episode 5, and let's be honest, that's pretty late in the season for me to start actually sort of thinking, okay, this is pretty damn cool. It shouldn't take me that long, should it? A treasure hunt, Owen. We could do, actually, couldn't we? Yeah. Yeah, in fact, let's do that. Yeah, why not? Good call, Owen. Oh, take care, Kaiser. Good luck with the dentist, mate. Yeah, you'll, if you did stick with it, Doc, I mean, I like Sam, sometimes you just got to go with your gut instincts, haven't you? But, yeah, if you stick with it, it's a very good ending. It's one of the few... Quite often a Netflix show just ends on a silly cliffhanger. That's something that just leaves it so open-ended, like anything could happen. The ending of Lost in Space, I think for those of us that have seen the original series, it's actually quite well done. It's I like the way they've introduced, because they've done something different, right? I mean, if it was just a remake of the original show, we'd all be sitting there going, God, mate, I've already seen it. It's just a new lick of paint. That's part of my criticism of State of Decay 2. So it works the same with TV and TV shows, doesn't it? But I think they did really well. You know, in hindsight, Lost in Space, I mean, what else could they have done? I was really worried about the robot. I'm going to be honest. When I first saw the robot, my first gut instinct was, oh no, what have they done? And I actually came to genuinely like the change. I did a complete 180 on that. I was really... I think before we even started watching it, one of my questions here in Twitch chat was actually, I can't wait to see what they've done with the robot. You know, are they going to keep him kind of retro old school, or are they going to completely recreate everything that the robot stands for and completely muller the whole program? And at one point, I thought they'd really cocked up. I really did. And I came to love Robot. I think Robots... I suppose you've got to ask yourself, what would you have done? You know, if it was you directing it and you know, giving a rebirth to a classic TV show, how would you do it? And actually, I think they did exactly the right thing, to be fair. I had a bit of a teary moment at one point with the old robot. I tell you, I was like, God damn, dude. God damn it! Mini bikes for dumb shits, mini bikes for smart shits, mini bikes for... Where's my other mini bikes? Gone. Mini bikes for dumb shits. So I've got a volume 3. So everything else can go in there, can't it? Yeah, there was I mean, I'm sure you all know which one I'm talking about if you've watched the show, but there was definitely a moment with old robot, and I thought, oh my god, he's not gonna do it. And I thought, oh my god, he's done it. It's too late now. It's too late now, Grub. He's bloody done it, mate. And I have to say again, another thing I really struggle with this with sci-fi shows, and I mean I really struggle with it. It's the overall art style, especially of alien races and spacecraft, space vehicles, and weaponry. So, for example, although I absolutely loved Star Trek, in particular anything to do with Jean-Luc Picard, so was that a New Generation, whatever it was called? I loved it. You know, that show could do no wrong, but I still felt like, you know, like the phasers and things. I mean, I know they have to have it pretty much canon. There's nothing they can do with it, but I always found like the phasers were so lame. That is so lame. It is unbelievable. And I kind of struggle with that kind of stuff at times, but I really liked what they did with Lost in Space. You know, they stayed pretty true to the spaceship, but you know, a modern take on it. And I loved the rover. I thought the rover was brilliant. I love the suits, the space suits. You know, some of these sci-fi shows that they get all dressed up to do a walk in space and they just look absolutely ludicrous, like they're just wearing like some PVC pajamas or something. And I think overall it was a pretty damn good show. Oh, we need purifying tablets. Didn't I make a shitload? Look at that, grubby. Right, so if we take those recipes, purified water, there we go. Oh, take care, guys, Pete. Look after yourself, mate. I wish they'd remake Debbie Does Dallas. They probably have, Mojo. You're probably just not looking particularly hard, mate. There's probably a lot better than Debbie Does Dallas, mate. Have you ever actually seen Debbie Does Dallas? Is it actually a thing? Or is it just like an internet meme? I have no idea, mate. Go and watch Pirates, dude. Pirates is brilliant. Even your missus will like Pirates. It's quite tastefully done, mate. Yeah, so I mean, they couldn't have kept it old school, could they, Doc? But I was interested to see their take on it, you know? I sort of had this horrible feeling, and it's weird because what actually transformed before my eyes, and I'll just use the word, I kind of thought that's what they were... I could imagine this kind of like lumbering, transforming thing that was going to do anything and everything. And in a way, it did do that. Again, I'll be careful what I say. But they didn't go too far with it, did they? It was kind of like an on-off mode rather than this all singing all... I thought they might have this bloody robot flying around like Iron Man and, you know, converting into a car or flying around picking people up and things. And they seem to have kept it kind of heavy and bulky, but with, you know, the blue and the red mode. Try and be careful with spoilers. Danger, Will Robinson! The Lost in Space movie with Matt LeBlanc. I quite enjoyed it, Gregory. I actually enjoyed the Lost in Space movie. I didn't mind it at all. You've seen Eddie... What's that? You've seen Eddie Izzard on that one. What's that, mate? TNG. What's that? The Next Generation Bridge is actually DLC, is it, Serenity? The phaser should have been much more amazing as a weapon. It should have had more settings. You get kill stun, the next one should be limp. Then bit of a cough saying, I've been left on home saying. Is that something Eddie isn't done? Yeah. Yeah, the fact, it never looked dangerous, did it? It never looked like a weapon that could, like, you know, decimate you. I don't know. It never looked, never looked battle-worthy to me. Right, so I'm going to assume that is not letting me do it purely because there's no... How can I not? Oh, it's made in the blender, that's why. Shit, sorry. Go! Yeah, it's... I really struggle with art and I suppose overall art design in sci-fi. It can literally make or break it for me. If it doesn't look right, I just can't watch it. It doesn't matter how good it is. That ability to sort of suspend disbelief just goes out of the window if it's not something I can... You know, sometimes you get alien races that just look absolutely bloody ridiculous. It's just like somebody just didn't give a shit and just like punched a piece of plasticine and painted it pink. It needs to have some sort of believability to it, you know? Thank you for the bits, Big K. Thank you very much for the bits, mate. There is Debbie Does Dallas again with Sunny Leone. Who the hell's Sunny Leone? I'm going to assume she is a porn star. God damn it. Debbie Does Dallas 2 and Debbie Does Dallas again. How old are these porn films, guys? You sent a P on Discord for you, Grim, about something interesting. Wasn't appropriate here, that's what. Okay, Seaside. All right, I'll check it out in a bit, mate. Thank you, bro. Is anything that demands my immediate attention, Seaside, or a bubble-headed booby? The Zat guns. I never got into Stargate. As much as I genuinely think I should have done. I don't know what it was about Stargate. I know we've spoken about it before. I don't know what it was about that show. Because for all intents and purposes, I probably should like it. And I'm sure that I could go back and probably garner some enjoyment from it. I think the problem is because if I had to explain why, I think it's because it's been around for so long, and there's so many seasons and, if you like, offshoots of Stargate. I don't think I'd know where to start, and I don't think Stargate has aged particularly well, or at least that's my impression. You know, Stargate was probably a TV show long before. I mean, I dread to think how old Stargate actually is. But long before, you know, these mega budgets that Netflix has now. I mean, things like The Expanse, for example. You know, God knows how much that cost to make. They did a really good job with it. But I think that's been cancelled, hasn't it? All right, let's go and do a treasure map then. So, where's the closest one? Go find some Owen treasure. We've got two in very close proximity here, so let's go and hit these. Have I got a shovel? Let's repair that. Is it steel or iron for a military shovel? Forged iron. I have actually repaired it and not scrapped it, right? I'm going to assume so. Let's go. No, I haven't actually, Big Cow. We were going to do it on the next rotation. Probably, I'm not too worried today because I didn't get on till late today, Big Cow. So I want to have a bit of exploring, to be honest. How are you doing, fella? How's little Aria, mate? Is she doing all right? That's right, Sorrento. I mean, I kind of know. What was the one they had? What's his name? Robert Carlyle. Wasn't he in one of the seasons? Or am I thinking he was in a film? No, it's Kurt Russell in the film, wasn't it?
Grum, your little grum is showing.
Oh, thank you. Cheers, boys and girls. Right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, I mean, anything that's got Robert Carlyle in, I should imagine I'd probably quite enjoy. He's I know nothing about Robert Carlyle as a person. In fact, I can't even think of an interview where I've seen him, let alone read anything about the man. But I've always found him quite captivating when he's on the screen. He's played some really... Oh, that's not good. Let's not go straight through the minefield. Yeah, he's played some really, really nasty characters, but he's also played some just genuinely quite intriguing characters. I find his scope for acting a variety of roles. He's not a one-trick pony like Jason Statham, is he? I mean, Jason Statham, let's be honest, you know what you're getting when you watch a Jason Statham film. You can watch a Robert Carlyle film, you never know what you're going to get. He's a very talented actor. Very talented. He was in wasn't he in one of the zombie films that we were on about the other day, 28 Days Later or whatever? I'm sure he starred in one of them, didn't he? There's not that many actors that I feel that way about. I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, you know, Brad Pitt's a bit of a poster boy of Hollywood, isn't he? But I have to say, Brad Pitt, I find him amazing. I find him absolutely insane. I'll never forget the... I mean, he's played some amazing roles. Same with Leonardo DiCaprio. Again, you know, I think sometimes just because they're Hollywood's big boys and all the rest of it and a pretty face at times, I think it's easy to forget just how talented they actually are. I remember... I think it's 12 Monkeys. I think it is. It's the Goldilocks Bruce Willis film, right? And I'm sure Brad Pitt, a very young Brad Pitt, plays I think it turns out, I mean, it's that old, I'm sure it's not even spoilery, but actually plays... well, all right, in that case, I won't say anything because I don't like spoilers. Let's not start breaking rules. But he plays a patient in a mental institute. I was going to say what it turns out his character actually is, but you don't need to know more than that, do you? And found it amazing. It was really weird the way he acted him. I thought it was brilliant. It's like really gave me like almost like the heebie-jeebies, mate. Right, so how do we... Is there a good way of doing this? I used to do it like this. So I'd find where it was first red. I'd stick a box down. Then I'd walk in a direction to southeasterly. Box disappears, so we pop a box there. Then we kind of go to the middle of the two boxes, and we sort of do the same thing. Oh, what the hell? Really, Graham? Do kind of the same thing that way. Stick a box down. And that's sort of, in theory, there's a lot of theories going on here. In theory, it should be in the middle, right? I'm struggling to see where the boxes are. Where's my other box gone? Did I not put a box in the northwest section? I'm confused now. I'm really confused. I should have done the immediately sort of cardinal point, shouldn't I? Got a bit overkill here, but... Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, right there. Oh, that's why, because that was a box, wasn't it? No, I'm still confused. So I would have said around here then, yeah? Ish. What? Where? What? Really? A stone axe? Get out of it, Nobber. Spelled with a Y, isn't it? Carlisle. Is it not C-A-R-L-Y? Or am I wrong on that? Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, dude. I wasn't even looking at the screen. I just wondered why I'd fallen down a hole. A legendary pickaxe. Holy balls. Oh, dude, that's crazy. I just started digging and I looked over at chat and I suddenly, I sort of felt my character slip. I thought, oh no, what's happened there then? Bish bash bosh, mate. Look at that. Pro treasure hunter. Oh, pieces of 8. Pieces of 8. Oh! Let me just, I don't know if there's any more. Oh, that's a bad shot, Grum. Yeah, there's loads of them. Where did I put the bike? That's a really good point. Where was the bike? I cannot see the bike light. Really? Oh, on the reload, mate. Oh, really? Blind shot there, mate. Skills geezer. Keep moving, Grum. Keep moving. Cheeky monk. Oh, what the hell? Bad shot, bad shot. Pressure's on, pressure's on. That's a big one. Must be behind me, right? No. Sounded like a Hawaiian shirt, dude. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay, I can remember that. Probably. No points. I don't do that either. Smattenlaw was asking about faster crafting. I don't put... sorry, faster looting. I don't put points in faster looting. I don't put points in treasure maps, mate. I have spare points. It's just a habit I've got into. Again, it's... if I was playing it... I suppose... Because I'm hoping at some point that the game will be much, much more strict about getting... How can I put it? Skill points. I still feel that the game has way too many skill points. It throws them at you way too often, way too quick. It's not a criticism of Ravenhearst, the vanilla game. So I tend to only spend points in things that I deem to be a necessity. Because if I put points in anything and everything that I can, I just find the game too easy, mate. Like to the point where I might as well just not be playing it. I can still get the odd surprise. You know, we had a little bit of an incident with a white earlier, which could have ended very... In fact, it would have ended badly. If it had been a feral white, it'd have been game over, mate. I'd have been long gone. But, where are we going? So we've got another one just there, like, very close to us. It's in the burnt biome. Are you alright, Shelby? How are you, mate? That was 12 monkeys, was it, yeah? His little Grum will be showing in Conan. Oh, was Universe actually really bad, was it? Oh, right, so Robert Carlyle, even Robert Carlyle couldn't save it, no? Robert, 28, was it 28 weeks, not 28 days that Robert Carlyle was in? Oh, 28 weeks later, I don't know who Jeremy Renner is. Who's that? On what difficulty? We play it on the one down from God of War. So God of War is like the one that I'll be slowly working towards. So I play it on the one down from that. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done because I'm playing. So if I was a streamer that played it safer, because I like to stream the whole game, Elagon. Once I started, I really should have played it on normal, and then I could have had the fun with hard outside of the stream, rather than playing it like I am playing it. It was a bad decision in hindsight. If I was playing it daily, then it wouldn't have been a problem. We'd have the combos. I'd feel, you know, I actually am all right with the God of War games, mate. Believe it or not, I actually was pretty badass with God of War 3. I get quite good with the combos in the end because I love playing the game, mate. So yeah, I'll play it for hours. It's not a case of naturally being good at it. It's just because I play them so much, I eventually get into a rhythm with it all. I really should have played it on normal for the stream, and then we could all have enjoyed, if you like, the story. I still would have got my hands wet with the combat system, and then off stream I could possibly even jump straight up to God of War difficulty and had a lot of fun with it, mate. It's supposed, I mean, you know, I have to say, you know, anyone that knows the God of War series, you are supposed to be dying. God of War was never designed to be a game that you were supposed to just breeze through. And I think this time around that they've essentially created a bit of a story mode on the lowest difficulty setting. I've seen some YouTube footage of God of War where I'm just sitting there going, I'm literally shouting out, oh my god, how did you survive that? You know, some of the stuff that will literally just one-shot me, and they're sitting there. I'm watching them just literally spam buttons. There's not a goddamn combo in sight. And they're still getting through the combat, so... I don't know if normal might have been too easy. I don't know. You know, without going back, I just have no way to tell, really. But I think a lesson learned. I think the streaming... There's no point going for the higher difficulties earlier. There's too much else going on, and I find it too hard keeping up with chat when you know, I've got to have my eyes glued to the screen properly. And more importantly, because I wasn't playing it consistently. You know, it's like any game, isn't it? If you play PUBG day in, day out, every single day, you pick up a pattern, don't you? You get into a swing of things, and I think with something like God of War, the combos and everything are so important, the timing for everything in the combat, and that only comes from practice. If you take 3 or 4 days away from it and play another game in between, you're never going to get good at God of War. That's right, God of War is, that's it. Once you start God of War, that's it. You're stuck in. Yeah, the others you can change on the fly, that's right. No, not yet, Shelby. We had a really good stream of it on Monday. We really hammered through a good chunk of the content. In fact, I think you were with us, weren't you, Shelby? Yeah, that was the last time I played it, mate. It's got to be around here. Is it always in the middle? I mean, has anyone ever actually done any research, testing of the treasure in this game? I mean, can it literally sometimes be right on the periphery of where the red treasure box is, or is it always bang slap in the middle? I never really checked it. I don't think you'll need it on easy, to be honest. From what I've seen of normal, it's pretty simple, mate. I remember the wolf fight, and I watched somebody on YouTube do it, because I just thought, you know, it'd be interesting to see how they manage it, and they could take punches left, right, and centre, mate. I don't know whether it was a different loadout to me, but I noticed Atreus was chucking an awful lot of healing their way as well. I have got that skill, but I very rarely get a green shard from Atreus. So it's completely random, Drosser, so there's actually no point in me really marking it out the way I am then. And it's only normally 2 down as well, isn't it? So it could be right here then, is that right, Drosser? It could literally... Oh, why is it not flashing? Go round in a circle. I wonder if you can you actually play on God of War mode? Because normally they have like a special mode that you have to unlock, don't they? I can't remember if we even checked it. I just assumed I was playing on the hardest setting, but actually you might be able to play on God of War from day one. I don't know. Normally that's reserved for a first playthrough on what they deem to be the hardest mode, and then they have like the unlocked insane mode, don't they? Which is the one that we all play on in the previous games, but I'm actually not sure. We just I think I hit it on the 3rd shovel straight, Drosser. On the one I just had. I was quite surprised myself, mate. The treasure you've then outlined end up digging a circle twice the size of what's that? The treasure I have done, the outline, and ended up digging a circle twice the size the first mapped out. What, I don't get you. What, so you're saying that you've actually had it on the outside of the red marker? Is that what you mean? The only time I won't do a treasure is if it's on a sharp incline or a sharp... I need to go down one anyway, don't I? Yeah, I won't do treasure hunting on a hill. I remember I've had a bad experience with hunting treasure on a hill. I was there for about 25 minutes and we still never found it. It was ludicrous. That sounds bad. Hear the crackling. Look at that. Jesus, got a crater, mate. Have you actually, have you bought it, Elegon? Have you bought God of War? Yeah, I'll tell you what, mate. There ain't no stream on this planet can do that game justice. It is absolutely beautiful, sir. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I heard about this actually, Elegon. Yes, apparently there's the platinum is not locked behind anything stupid. Like complete the game in 2.5 hours, you know, with no deaths or anything like that. Apparently the platinum trophy, it can be done on any difficulty setting as well. You don't actually have to play it on God of War to get the plat. So in other words, there are no trophies locked behind difficulty, which I thought was nice. I'm going to try very hard not to, so. I'm not sure what I understand what you mean, McGlasson, about the area, mate. The squeaky Kratos. It really is. It's the lighting, the animation, the voice acting. Absolutely brilliant. The attention to detail on things like the axe. You know, as you progress through the game, it's. You got it 10 minutes ago. You played any more Monster Hunter since you've been back, Elegon? How you getting on with that? So, are you telling me that I can just keep digging? Around and around and around. What a pain in the ass. Is it even worth treasure hunting at this stage in the game, to be honest? I mean, what? Well, you never know. We might get tenderized, alright? Yeah, I don't worry about platinums, Elegon. I can understand that some people will be, oh, you know, this dude's never got a platinum on any game ever, and now all of a sudden he's got God of War, he's played it on easy mode, and he's got a platinum. I can sort of understand that, but I just don't get plats. I never have them. I don't think I've ever chased the trophy or, the only time I ever got close to chasing the trophy was on the Vita, believe it or not, which was Uncharted. I can't remember the name. Was it Golden Abyss? Something like that on the Vita, the Uncharted mobile game? Well, not mobile game, but PlayStation Vita game. And I was inspired to chase the platinum because I felt like I missed a lot of the environment, so I hadn't really looked around that much when I played it first time. I was just excited to play you know, a new Uncharted. And I actually enjoyed going and finding all the relics and things, but I don't think I ever found them all. I think it's the first time I've ever seen of a platinum being so easy, dude. Although it might still be difficult, Elegon. I don't know what else you still need to do. I mean, who knows? Maybe you do have to beat the game without ever dying or something. I mean, all they said was it's not difficulty related, so you don't have to play the game on God of War difficulty to get the plat. So maybe you can play it on easy mode. You've got to play through the old game without dying. Who knows? Kratos abs. Do you think they'd look right on you, Shelby? You know? Hello? Just saying, mate. Those abs are pretty big, you know? I don't know how big your booblies are, Shelby, but, you know, I reckon Kratos' abs are bigger than some ladies' booblies, mate. You can end up looking like a pig. Nipples everywhere, mate. Well, thank you for the follow, Anime Dub. I'm already bored of treasure hunting. I don't like treasure hunting. Actually, did we miss something down there? So it's only ever 2 layers down, right? You think you can you imagine the workout you'd have to do to get abs like Kratos? Jesus Christ, mate. Valleys, mate. Valleys. Hey up, hey up, hey up. No, just me. No. God damn it, sunshine. I'm almost tempted to put points in it, but I'm not. I don't. Treasure hunting needs to be. I don't know. It's a bit dull in it. I don't know what I do for treasure hunting. I think it's only about the 4th or 5th time I've ever even gone looking for treasure. Mainly because of this. I mean, we've done. we're not far off completely covering the whole area, are we? There's no way it's 3 down, is there? There you go. There it is. Just not worth it, is it? Look at that. The amount of time it's taken me, even if I had like maxed out treasure hunter, it just ain't worth me doing it. Nice hole though. Cracking shovel. I'll tell you, if you do get a military shovel and pop a couple of points in treasure hunting, I'm sure you'd have a whale of a time. Where are we going for my mini bike? I just saw it. Can get one in the snow biome. Let's see if we get a better. Look at the size of the bloody crater I just built. Quite impressive how round it actually is. Oh my god! What the hell? Really? There was no burning embers or what? You're right, Allgrave. How's things, mate? A lot of planking exercises in karate. How often do you do it, mate? What do we get in vanilla then, Dross? I'll have to remember that for Alpha 17, so thanks for the heads up on that. So what, if this was vanilla, what sort of things do you tend to get from the treasures? I don't think I've ever really gone treasure hunting on vanilla. Always thought it was one of those things that was filler rather than a necessity, I suppose. Oh wow, Walgrave. Purple belt, Walgrave. Nice one, dude. I did a Shotokan karate for a little bit. Unfortunately, one of my friends is it purple and white? Is purple and white a thing? He was a bloody. I tell you what, he was a force to be reckoned with, mate. I saw a couple of times he got into a little bit of a very minor tangle, but he was he never looked like a particularly big guy. He wasn't particularly, you know, he didn't come across as a strong guy. But I'll tell you what, Jesus Christ, I had a couple of people around a club once. I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm sure he was. I started like as white belt, obviously, and at that time, my friend who sort of introduced me to it at the time, I'm sure he was purple and white at that stage, and he loved it. He absolutely loved it. Remember my Shotokan karate teacher? He was a very nice man. Let's just drop that. I'm just going to clear a bit of the rock out of the way. Mikado. Aren't they those little chocolate stick things? You can eat like 3,000 of them and you'd still be asking for more, right? Lots of coins and gold and silver. So what's the point then, Drosser? Why would I need gold and coins and silver in vanilla? Because the trade is completely pointless in vanilla, right? I don't think I've ever found anything even remotely useful at the trader in vanilla 7 days. And gold and silver's not for anything in vanilla either, is it? It's only for selling, yeah? I can't even remember the last time I went to a trader to buy anything in vanilla. I don't think I did it throughout the entire stable release or experimental release of 7 days. In fact, the only time I ever thought about going to the trader was to find an open sign, a cosmetic open sign. I wonder if that's what that is then, Allgrave. I wonder if it's like the precursor to the full purple belt then. I'm sure it was purple and white though. It wasn't just plain purple. Yeah, the only way I can describe my mom, I actually remember his name. I've not seen him for years and years. He was actually a very good friend of mine at the time, and like I said, he wasn't a strong, or he didn't come across as a particularly strong person. And of course, I'd seen him doing God damn it, all his routines and everything, obviously at practice, if you like. But I do remember seeing him in one occasion in a pub, another time in a club, where someone had, you know, just been a complete dick, and there was nothing he could do. He was stuck. He was gonna be fisticuffs. You know when you see it coming, when someone's just being a dickhead. But they've already made the decision that a punch at some point is going to be thrown, and all they're trying to do is get you to throw the first one, aren't they? They're just trying to antagonise you. And I have to say, it was one of the fastest things I've ever seen happen in the real world. It was all over in the blink of an eye. It was sort of like, what the hell happened there? And it was a very slam dunk end to it as well, straight into a goddamn wall, and sort of slithered down it. It was, Jesus, wow. You didn't even really need to throw. Well, he didn't throw a punch. He just simply sort of wall meet knobber. It's like one of those. So normally, like, you know, a bit of a round of applause or something. It's just like, wow, shit. Oh well. Whose round is it? That's that problem solved. And I remember that was the time in the pub and the time in the club. Jesus Christ, that ended up in a right old tiz, was that did. I think everyone started jumping in by the end of it. Kind of cool. I think kids should get involved in all that stuff. That old boxing. Get your first smack in the face from an early age. It's character building. You're aware of the black sock and can rip apart phone bills with bare hands. Wonder how they do that. How do they rip apart phone books? There's got to be a trick to it, right? There has to be a trick to it. Kind of wish I'd stuck with karate. I actually really did enjoy it. I didn't do it for long. Well, it's about a couple of years on. If you don't use concrete selling bugs, no, I don't know what that is, mate. Early game treasure hunts are well worth the effort. But why, though? You're still not seeing an answer to my question. Why do I need, in vanilla game, right? What do I get from the trader, mate? It's a genuine question because I've never really done it. I've never been to a trader in vanilla and actually found anything that I even want, other than cosmetic stuff. I've never seen good weapons, anything. It's nothing. In fact, I think the only thing I ever did go for a trader for, and it was the hops. And I think it was, in fact, someone on the server normally buys the book and a few plants, right? Ah, right. So if you get the treasure, so if you actually, that's an interesting tip. So if you get the treasure hunter perk, even like 1 point in it, you'll always, when you read the map, it will always be like really, really close to you. Ah, that's interesting. That's worth knowing. Macrame. I don't even know what macrame is. That some sort of knitting or something? No way. They bake the phone books in the oven on a low temperature to get the paper. You are kidding me, chicks. Hang on, but they always look all floppy. They always look like it's kind of, you know, because I used to sort of put paper in the oven for my AD&D maps. I used to put a little bit of a tea bag, just rub a tea bag over them, and then pop them in the oven. And they always used, like, the paper used to go like really brittle. There we go. Well, whenever I've ever seen like someone tear a newspaper, a phone book up, they always kind of like flick through it. They, you know, they and sort of run their thumb over it, and it always looks like paper should look. It always looks kind of, if it'd been in the oven, wouldn't it? Paper goes all wrinkly, doesn't it? And it's like leaving a book out in the sunshine, and it'll get all fat and chunky and ripply, right? So how does that work? cheating knobbers. That's it. Has everyone got a phone book they can send me? YouTube video coming up. Kratos Grum. Wonder if there's got to be a trick to heating it then, yeah? Your kid started first, you got tired of sitting and watching, never too late. You were 39-year-old. Oh, wow, Morgan. That's awesome, mate. Oh, fair juice to you, man. That's actually really cool. Got to keep it. You were basically scared of your kids beating the shit out of you, weren't you? Let's be honest, mate. There's more to the story than meets the eye, right? Dad, can I have a tenner? No. Twang! Dad, can I have a tenner? Yeah, all right. Take the wallet. Take the wallet. Take the wallet! Where's my bike gone? Where's my bike gone? I did bring my bike, right? Oh, no. There it is. There it is. I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. All right. Any more? Oh, what? Huh? Are we go? Oh, what? Hey, are we in the wrong spot? Oh my God, what's going on? Huh? Sorry, Zar. Nearly went in it, mate. Your prophecy nearly came true then, son. The trick to the phone book is to break the spine. Break the spine. It's brittle where the glue has dried. Yeah, but does that say... I see what you're saying, but that's still a hell of a chunk of paper to pull apart, isn't it? And I wonder if there's a YouTube video. How to tear apart a phone book. I didn't even know if... do we even get phone books anymore? I can't even remember the last time I saw a phone book.
Hello?
Johnny Skulls! They also rip it one page at a time, not multiple at once. No, I've seen... Hang on. Are we talking about the same thing? I've seen a dude, right? It was... What's his name? That magician fella. So obviously there's a bit of skullduggery with it. In fact, they did it at the start of one of the Iron Man competitions a few years back as well, didn't they? And I know they were laughing and chuckling about it as well. Because I think it was a bit of a running gag between a couple of them, wasn't it? So no doubt they were in on whatever it is that they get up to. But they literally took a phone book and they tore it in half. They didn't like do like bits at a time. They literally took it and just went and ripped it in half, mate. It looks like they rip it all up, but they're really doing it one page at a time. How the frick?
Hello?
Chicks, if it's so easy, mate, I need a YouTube video of you doing it. I need you to talk me through it. I'll send you a bottle of scotch, mate. You and your professors can work on it over the weekend. Take a phone book with you, dry it out over the fire. Want a YouTube video, you tearing open a phone book, alright, mate? Challenge on, bro. I'll do it with I'll do it with a bit of toilet paper, mate. I can't understand what you mean by tearing it page by page. I wonder how that works. So is that like the angle with which they're doing it? So they're actually coming into... Yeah, I can sort of get that actually. Yeah. I should imagine there's a fair old bit of tactics to it, right? That's it. You're gonna start. We're not going to have a karate club in Grumbonia. We're going to have a phone book tearing club. Hang on, where's me? Oh, I was going to say, where's me bloody treasure gone? Picked it. Right, the last one. Unless this has got something really amazing, then that's it for treasure hunting for this server. They seem really close together, didn't it? It's almost like it's the shape of the area sometimes different. Sometimes get... Oh, right, so that's right on the boundary of a circle, I suppose, isn't it? God, I hate this. It was like one of those things that would be awesome if you knew you were going to get something extraordinary, like a +5 Holy Avenger out of it. A paladin with a shovel. Oh yeah, we got donkeys coming in. Oh man, looky. You don't have a phone book. See, any old excuse. Look, everyone's a bloody keyboard warrior at the minute. Look at that, chicks. I can't believe you backed out, mate. Challenge was on this, and could have been fame and fortune, fame and glory coming your way. Right? So I know how to rip a phone book. I ain't got a phone book though, Grummer. It's sound in principle. Trust me, lad. Put it in the oven. Put a phone book in the oven. That's it, and then rip it apart one page at a time. That's it. I'm sensing a bit of Wikipedia here, mate. It's the angle of the dangle. That's right, innit, chicks? I see where this conversation's going. You always manage to bloody corrupt it somehow, don't you? The angle of the dangle. I like your way of thinking, McGlashan. Population 46. It's written on one piece of paper, front and back. See, brains before brawn. Hey, I tell you what I struggle with, Zar. Tassimos, mate. Tassimo foil pod things. Holy balls, mate. I don't know how you're supposed to get in them. It's got a little bit like, looks like that kind of, you know, that sort of like serrated, sort of holy, you know, terrier kind of thing. No chance, bro. I have to get the teeth on it. That aluminium sort of shrink wrap, whatever the hell it is, that's that protects those pods. It's unlike anything I've ever seen before, mate. Drink your poos. The milk bottle tops. Spot welded on. Yeah. It's always funny, you know, when the girlfriend comes to you, says, "Yeah, I can't get this open. Just crack on with it." You know, can you open it for me? What can't you do? You really can't open it. So you're buying a bit of time with that comment. You're thinking, "Shit, what is it?" Okay, right, it's a jam jar. Okay, all right. And then you give that first tentative kind of, you know, half-assed effort at opening it. You know, you don't want to look like you're struggling or anything. And you think, shit, that is actually pretty tight. And then you always go through that kind of, oh, hang on a sec, my hands are a bit greasy. Let me just go and wash my hands. And you're sitting there thinking, shit, this one's a tough one, mate. Am I going to blag this? And then you have a go, like, and she's watching you, and you really go for it. Like, you're really, 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 really trying to open that jam jar, mate. You know, your head's going all bright red. Your hands are trembling. The veins are popping. You're going, you must have dropped it, Doc. You must have dropped it. Yeah, have you dropped it? Yeah, because this is really hard. You must have dropped it. You've probably broken it. I'll nip down shops, get you another one. I've had some right bastards to open, I tell you. So that's your fault, yeah. Oh, you dropped it. You must have broke the seal in there somehow. Yeah, it's you're never going to get that open, darling. I think, am I in the wrong? I think I'm outside the circle, aren't I? Am I outside the circle? Shit, hang on, where's the circle gone? Where did the, hang on a minute, where did the circle go? I think the bike is in the circle. No, I think the bike threw me. It's hard, it's harder than it looks, Elegant. So some of them jars are bleeding hard work, mate, I tell you. I've tried on many an occasion running it under the hot tap. That sometimes helps. Yeah, no, sorry, Shelby. No, yeah, I just suddenly realised. Yeah, I was out of the circle. Outside the circle of glory. Okay, so there's the circle. Dig. Do it. It's going to be a good one. I can sense it. What I'd like to see is rather than this aimless digging with some stupid ass compass location, why don't they just give us like a metal detector? That'd be a good mini game then, wouldn't it? Beep, 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 beep. I could even do the sound effects for them. That's amazing, isn't it? I bet you actually thought you were on the beach for a moment there, didn't you? What? Put an elastic band around? Oh, that's clever. Oh, that is clever, knife. Oh, I see. I never thought of that, bro. Oh, you're a clever one. Oh, a good mattress, Doc, is... Oh, mate, I swear to God, mattresses are insane, dude. Oh, that's not good. And I'm stuck in a hole. I'm stuck in a hole. I'm stuck in a hole. Oh, that's not good at all, is it? Yeah, mattresses are brutal. You know these fandangled new modern mattresses? I don't know what they're bloody called. These super duper foams, mate. Oh my God. I actually don't remember the treasure hunting in WoW Elegon. What was that, mate? I can't even think of it. I don't ever remember ever doing any treasure hunting. I don't like being out here at night. That's so true, Ezra. They are. Mattresses are freaking lethal, mate. Yeah, it's not like those nasty, cheap spring things that you used to get when you were a kid, right? Like literally sleeping on a bed of car parts. Yeah, these foam, especially that, is it memory foam or whatever they call it? God damn that. I tell you what, like a king size or queen size, whatever they are, memory foam mattress. I mean, that's at least a two bloke job, that is. And they're like the really cheap ones, you can bend almost in half as well, can't you? So it's easy to get around doors and up landings and all the rest of it, through the hallways. Those memory foam, Jesus Christ. No chance. I can hear something. Oh, I've got to be careful because my stamina's going to be really low, so I'm not going to be able to run away either, am I? Death imminent. Oh, my shovel's going to run out. Shovel's nearly busted. and probably staggered home, right, Doc? Gasping for breath. It's the manly way to do things, and it's show no weakness, sir. Show no weakness. It's not my fault I can't open the jam jar. You must have dropped it on the floor. You've clearly damaged it. Oh dear. That's weird, Elegon. I honestly, I'm sure if I watch a YouTube video, it probably will come flying back to me. I literally cannot even picture it. I just can't visualize the mechanic. I think hypothermia is setting in. I mean, as much as I like eating the food while we're cold, I think hypothermia stage 1 probably time to pop the coat on, right? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. We need to go home. Abort. Okay, let's get out of here. Where's the bike on? We got a little bit of loot. But, to be honest, like I said, I think at this point in the game, it's like Dross said, mate, maybe in vanilla, potentially it's worth it. I think at this point in the game, I could have done a POI and had more fun and got more loot. I tore one of those handles off SCR. There was a house before this one, and I was getting really arsey with the mattress, really arsey. And the reason for that was we got a valance, so all the hard work was done, and trying to make the bed, and put the valance over the bed. At the time was like one of these ones with drawers, so the base of the bed had storage in it. So the valance went over that, or the valance went over that, and then you had to put the mattress on top. Well, the mattress was so huge, you couldn't just place it on top. You had to sort of like flop it on and then slide it in, if you mean. You know what I mean? To center it up onto the base of the bed. So, of course, you'd move it and the valance would move with it. So I couldn't get the mattress on the bed and have the valance centered up. And I was trying to do it on my own. I just couldn't do it. I was getting really shitty and bloody annoyed and frustrated with it. So I, one last attempt. So I decided to grab the handle as I'd been doing before. And I just wrenched it and tore the handle. It came off on one side. So we had a floppy handle mattress. But that was great. You didn't care, right? Once it was done, yeah, whatever. It makes no difference to your comfort in the bed. Until I went to move house again. Yeah. Try moving a mattress that hasn't got those handles in place, mate. Especially when you think, well, it's still held on one half of the handle, we'll be fine. And literally the second you go to move it, it tears off completely in your hand. But yeah, that's brilliant, that is, mate. That's brilliant. You can have this end, mate. I'll have the end with the handle, please, sir. Yeah. Yeah, they are not built to take the full weight of a proper foam mattress, are they? What knife? Oh, we'll have to gift you one. I'll get you a gifted sub, mate. Can't have you not being a sub fella. Still waiting for a response on what's it. What I'll do is I'll pay someone money and then they can do it for you, mate. Although, you know what? I found, actually, you know, this is really interesting because I asked Twitch about this and I never got a response, so I'll keep pestering them for it. But I did notice that somebody recently, one of the big streamers, had a 500,000 follower stream. And in order to celebrate it, he himself, if I understand the advertising behind the celebration stream was correct, he himself was giving out 500 subs. So you'd think there's no problem with a streamer donating subs, right? Makes sense, doesn't it? But I felt it was a bit of an iffy area. I better clarify, because in theory, that would explain why some of these very small streams that have an awfully large number of emotes, you know, these very small streams that, you know, like 5 or 6 people watching it on a good day. There's nothing wrong with that, but how come they've got like 20 emotes? And then I start thinking, I wonder if people are basically buying subs. And, you know, you hit 500 subs, which is going to cost you what? A few £100? I don't know. I think it's about £6 for a sub in the UK. I think because it's not $5.99. I'm sure it ends up costing you £6. You know, 6 5s, about $300, about 300 quid, isn't it? But you're essentially buying emotes, and I don't really get that. I suppose Twitch don't give a shit because they're still getting. I suppose they get half, don't they? But then they give half to the streamer. I don't know. I'm not sure. It still seems very iffy to me. Gifting subs for your own channel. I don't know. I'd like an official response on it before I start faffing with it. Ooh. Oh my god, Doc. So is that what you actually ended up moving there? So it wasn't just a mattress. Jesus Christ. It was like a Robocop battery charging station. Oh, sorry, I'm just glugging my coffee before just the last little bit, and even the Mikey mug struggles with the last little bit. How is it they get a sub button in the first place, the tiny streamers? I I'm not sure, mate. Yeah, probably best we don't get into it too much. But yeah, I mean, don't forget, in some cases they weren't always a small stream. So in some cases you might stumble across a stream where somebody was streaming regularly, had quite a decent sized channel, maybe got partnership, you know, before the affiliate programs, and then maybe later on, you know, stopped doing it. You know, decided that it wasn't. I mean, I know 2 people that did that. In fact, one of them has actually asked Twitch, can they have the sub button removed? And they're stuck in limbo with that one. I don't know whether it's something Twitch don't want to do or whether they just don't want to respond to it officially. I don't know, because he still streams occasionally, but he doesn't want people to sub because he's very erratic. He might go 2 weeks without a stream. So there's one reason, and of course it's different now because the affiliate program. So it's nowhere near as difficult to get your first emote because you can do it through the affiliate program, if that makes sense. Support small streamers, absolutely, Elegon. Stop it now! Don't you start pushing my buttons this close to 3 o'clock, mate. Yeah. You only need 3 concurrent viewers and 50 followers to get the sub button now with the affiliate program. Yeah, and I think you have to. Don't you have to have like X amount of? You have to stream for a certain amount of time and a certain amount of, or X number of hours for over a week period or something. It's quite clever, actually. I think it's really good. I mean, you know, Twitch definitely do us proud, don't they? I think Twitch is it's very different to what it was even just a few years ago, right? I don't think they've made any bum decisions. They've made a couple of whoopsies. That one where they were auto sending out emails to people. So say, for example, if you subbed to a channel and you'd let your sub lapse, and Twitch started sending out automated emails to those people that had lapsed subs saying, oh, by the way, you know, are you aware that your sub has lapsed for such and such a streamer? You know, do you want to resub? And, you know, the Twitch sort of community really weren't happy with that because, one, and most importantly, it was done without their say-so. And the wording of the email was not the best. I wouldn't go as far as to say it was full-on guilt trip, but it also wasn't particularly polite. So Twitch, you know, again, fair play to Twitch. They did apologise. It says, look, yeah, we didn't really think it through, did we? So if it happens, if we push forwards with it, 2 things. 1, you'll be able to opt in or out, and 2, you'll be able to customise the message that those people would get. So you know. They dropped a small clanger. They weren't doing it horribly. They just didn't think it through, did they? Knife. What? Oh, Elegon. Elegon's done it. Oh, thank you very much, Elegon. Oh, that's a weight off my mind. Thank you very much, Elegon. We can't have you not having a sub knife. No way, mate. Not happening, bro. Thank you very much, Elegon. Nice one, bro. You see, you get your little prezi next to your name as well now, Elegon. Yeah, thank you very much. There you go, knife. Cheers. You're right, China Rican. How you doing, bro? It's the partnering that's the really hard one, right? I don't know, Seaside. Honestly, getting partnered used to be how long's a piece of string, mate. It used to be, who knows? It was a mystery. Even people that got partnered, so sometimes would be sitting there going, I don't even know how that happened, mate. You know, I've had the worst 2 months of my streaming life, and I've just suddenly been offered partnership. You know, what's going on here? You know, you do have to apply for it. It's really weird process. Really, really weird process. And I probably shouldn't talk about it because it's no doubt completely different now. So I don't want to, you know, cast a shadow over something that's no doubt far more robust than it used to be. But I'm sure it's very similar to the affiliate system. I bet there's, you know, almost like collecting trophies. You know, you have to meet this criteria, this criteria, this criteria, and that criteria. And if you do that, you get affiliate status. And then I bet the partnership is exactly the same, just with some additional things added to it. Rather than what it was back in the day, which was just like, just keep applying until you get it. You know, I was fed all sorts of cock and bull when I was applying. I didn't know who to believe. I don't know whether I was being at one point, I genuinely thought I was being deliberately scuppered by a couple of people giving me advice. It was like, what the hell? You know, am I supposed to be listening to people from Twitch? Because quite honestly, the info I was getting from Twitch didn't make sense. It did not make sense, mate. It was like really weird advice. We were being told not, you know, we were actively having to ask people not to host us. And yet we got all these other channels at the time that we knew that were getting hosted, that were also getting partnership. It just felt like, hang on a minute, I'm being told one thing, and like someone else is being told the exact opposite, but by what appears to be official Twitch channels. So, you know, who's right? You know, or is this just a classic example of the left hand and the right hand doing, you know, don't know what each one's doing. It was really stressful, mate. A really weird time, I tell you. I didn't know whether I was coming or going. In the end, I just said, sorry, I'm just not even going to worry about it anymore. You just forget it. You know, if it happens, it happens. And then, I don't know. I did get in touch with someone. Gentleman I kind of knew through Twitter and says like, I won't talk about it too much. Am I being told a load of like absolute bollocks here? And he basically responded saying, yeah. I thought, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, you know. So yeah, so I redid it, and hey ho presto, we got partnership. So thank you very much for the bits, Mojo. Thank you very much for the bits, and thank you very much for the gifted sub to Knife Juggler Elegon. Thank you. You'll get a bit. But you do know that you are now basically the property of Elegon, don't you, Knife? The partnering now, there is a criteria. Yeah, I'm sure it's far more transparent. Far more transparent. And to be honest, Twitch had to do that. You know, to be fair to Twitch, you know, the old system, it was very, very confusing. Nobody really understood it. You know, one person would get it, another person wouldn't. You know, even though they've got two very similar channels, maybe playing exactly the same bloody games, you know, the same kind of viewerships, and it was like, what's going on here? And people did get confused, and sometimes people would lash out, you know, do something stupid and say something stupid, and yeah, it was a bit of a funny time back then. The way it works now, you know, Twitch want you to be an affiliate, they want you to be a partner. You know, they want you to make the money, don't they? At the end of the day, if every sub, you know, a good chunk of it goes to Twitch. Bits, you know, it must be so lucrative for Twitch to have got a slice of that old PayPal pie. You know, you've only got to watch some of the big streamers and watch those itty bitties flying around, and it's, you know, every little bit that drops is another few pence in Twitch's pocket, and fair play to them. You know, I absolutely agree with what they do. You know, they need to make cash, they need to keep the ball rolling, and hopefully keep innovating the whole platform, because it is light years beyond anything else that I know of. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know a huge amount about the competition. I have had a little sneak peek here at things like YouTube gaming on and off, but it all seems, I think the community is there with Twitch, isn't it? Twitch is way bigger than I think even those of us that spend time on it day in, day out. It's bigger than any of us really realise, I think. Amazing achievement, absolutely fantastic. I owe Twitch a lot, I tell you, a huge amount. It's brought a lot of happiness my way, I tell you. Brought some tears as well, but you know. Most of it's been happy. Oh dear. But it's such a big part of so many people's lives now, isn't it? It's so many hours streamed and so many viewers and something else, I think. What, for partnership? And you still have to apply. Yeah. Okay. I know some people that kind of get in with some of the what's missing down here, guys. I'm really worried that I've lost something. Ah, it's that, isn't it? Yeah, so some people that get quite friendly with the big streamers. So you know, you might be playing Sea of Thieves with you know, a really big streamer, and you'll see like your figures skyrocket. And I do remember reading on one of the forums about someone that was in that position, and they'd requested partnership, and Twitch had actually says, look, we know what's happening. We're not saying that your channel's not good enough or anything. It's just that we do need to see what happens when you're not essentially being boosted by another big streamer. And we had a similar thing with hosting. We had a lot of hosts, but weirdly enough, none of the hosts actually brought anybody to the channel. It was individuals hosting us that didn't even have a Twitch channel. They had a chat channel essentially. So although we you know, on the statistics for our channel, it would look like, okay, today you've got 16 people hosting you, 16 channels hosting you. Those 16 channels didn't bring, you know, a single other person here. They weren't streamers. It was just people really being nice and hosting us. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's when I got told I have to start officially asking people to stop hosting us because it was skewing the figures. And something didn't sit right with me on that one. And I remember it was one of the worst months of my life in terms of streaming. When someone would host me, rather than saying, "Ah, cheers for the host, mate. Thank you so much for that." It was literally sitting there going, "I'm so sorry. Would you mind not hosting? Can I really politely just ask you not to host us?" I felt like such an asshole. Such an absolute asshole. It's like someone buying you a pint, innit, and just saying, "Nah, I don't want that, mate. No, do you mind taking that back? I don't want that, mate. No, I'll have a pint of the other one, please." Nah, it was awful. Felt terrible. What's that knife? You do like a redhead, eh? You like my new Skyrim character. Even got a 3D grum out of it. I need to start work on that properly, chicks. There's a little part of that figurine that is looking very messy, mate. I've tried all sorts. No, it's not cleaned. No, it's definitely not cleaned, mate. I've had a little bash at it, but I'm terrified of ruining it, mate. I'm sure I'll come up with a solution. The owner of VaynerMedia has just built a Twitch game studio in his New York office. I don't know what's VaynerMedia. What does that mean? Is that like to say like employees can go and stream, or I don't know what that is. Oh, where we are. Oh, let me just go and do that really quickly. Oh, wrong way. Oh, don't worry about it with the jump around car. Oh, come on! Come on! Oh, actually, no. Fair enough. That's a fair comment. Actually, that's not where I normally jump out of, is it? God damn it, sir! Yeah, I forgot. That's actually technically 2 blocks lower, isn't it?
Great, never better.
Good. Why don't you try putting some weight on it?
Sure.
Yeah, you're right, mate. Well done.
Yes. Oh, that's good. That feels good. Very strong.
Sorry, Thunder. I gotta put you down.
I can see the little grunt, which means there's got to be someone coming in. It's Divine! Wonder what colour we should paint him, actually. Because concrete kind of works, doesn't it, for the grey?
Half past a quarter of sunset.
I'm not sure
if
we need to paint the old grummy head, you know? We'll have to have, I don't know if there's anything grey that we can actually use that's not going to look a little bit strange, though. I'm not using my fancy pants splint. We'll use that one. Right, boys and girls, it is that time. Oh, thank you very much, Divine! Resub 17 months. I keep checking, you know, Divine. You know, you mentioned the gold sub, mate. I'll drop you a message later because something's gone wrong somewhere. So I endeavour to try and dig down into the bowels of Game Wisp at some point this afternoon to find out what's happened. But thank you very much, Divine. Let's get some sub love in chat for Divine. Thank you as well, Elegon, for the sub for Knife Juggler. Thank you very much, Divine. An absolute pleasure as always, mate. I did send you a message on Discord as well, by the way. We'll be back tomorrow. Now, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm desperately trying to get stuff sorted in the real world as such. So it's going to be a slightly late start tomorrow. Hopefully not as late as today. In fact, I can almost guarantee it won't be as late. But it probably won't be before 10 o'clock. So again, I'm really sorry for the late starts, guys. It's just got stuff I need to do in the big, ugly real world, I'm afraid. Friday. It's not Friday tomorrow, is it? It's Wednesday today, right? Please tell me it's Wednesday today. Yeah, Friday will be a guaranteed normal early start, so we'll get a good run on Friday, promise. And same for Saturday and Sunday, I do believe. So just a bit of a late start Tuesday, Wednesday, well Wednesday, Thursday, sorry. Thank you for the subs, the resubs, the bits, the follows, and the donations. As always, an absolute pleasure. Thank you all for keeping me company. We may play Conan tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have a think. I've got stuff to do later on, but we may have a little sneak peek at Conan, or maybe do an evening stream tomorrow to have a sneak peek at Conan, and then God knows what's going to happen to God of War. So we'll have to have a think, but I'm sure we can come up with something. But we will be back no later than 10. Please come and join us on Discord, !Discord in chat. We'll get you a link to our Discord server. If you join us on Twitter, !Twitter in chat, we'll get you a link to our Twitter feed. That's my emergency alarm going, which means I now have to dash like a mofo. And please come and join us on YouTube as well, !YouTube. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely, lovely day. You take care.